पुराना वाला लिंक ये है। मैम को बोलना अपना लिंक आप शेयर कीजिए दूसरा।
सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे काम रूपिणी विश्वरूपी विशालाक्षी विद्याम देही सरस्वती। विद्यादायिनी सरस्वती की आराधना हेतु आ रहे हैं तीसरे विद्यालय के छात्र।
सुनो, यहाँ बैठना नहीं है, इसको देखते भी रहना, ठीक है? थोड़ा घुमाते हैं रहना।
का प्रमुख कारण है करियर के प्रति बढ़ती महत्वाकांक्षा। नियमित स्कूलों में जाने की अपेक्षा, नॉन एटेंडिंग स्कूल्स में दाखिला, कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स एवं आईआईटीज में अच्छी खासी फीस और पढ़ाई के साथ सामंजस्य न कर पाने के कारण अत्यधिक मानसिक तनाव उन्हें आत्महत्या जैसे जघन्य अपराध करने पर विवश करता है। आज का विषय है करियर वर्सेस लाइफ, यानी करियर बनाम जीवन।
Rules for the declamation contest are: each contestant will get 3 to 4 minutes to address their speech. There will be one bell at the end of 4 minutes. Speech can be in Hindi or English on topic career versus life. Participants will be evaluated on the basis of content, presentation, impact, and overall performance. Respected judges, please note that the participants from CCS school will be in the non-competitive category. The first 6 participants are in the order: second E. Nityam Verma, MET International School; third E. Arihant Kumar Singh, Bal Bharti Public School; third E. Kanak Yadav, Bal Bharti Public School; fourth E. Bhavya Jha, Brahmdat Bluebells Public School; Gauri Taneja, Brahmdat Public School. Now I would like to call upon our first contestant, Nityam Verma. Rest of the participants to be ready. Next, I would like to call upon Arihant Kumar Singh.
Good morning to one and all present here. Today, I stand before you here, giving a speech between the eternal struggle of life versus career. This is a grappling situation, this is a grappling thought that comes to my mind every day. In this complex world, finding an equilibrium between these two facets of existence can be an intimidating endeavor. Life encompasses the importance of all those personal relationships, those cherished moments with your loved ones, and nurturing your passions, not just some unrelenting race to be the one of the best. The pursuit of a prestigious education and all that hard work for a coveted degree becomes meaningless without the rich tapestry of life experiences. Those small moments of laughter, those few skipping of classes, and occasional failures, all are the brushstrokes on the canvas of our identity. As someone wisely said, that success is not final and failure is not fatal. Life is a canvas adorned with vibrant colors, representing the moments that we will forever treasure. However, the harsh reality is that all of us, myself included, prioritize our careers over our lives' other joys. We are ready to sacrifice the precious times we spend with our families and the times we used to play outside for the relentless pursuit of a successful career. Climbing up the corporate ladder and seeking financial stability consume us. A successful career can indeed provide us some financial security, a sense of accomplishment as well, and even help us to support our families. But it leaves us with an empty feeling inside of us. It's then that we realize that life is more than just about some paycheck. I find myself running errands for all of those recognitions, those medals, those certificates, but at what cost? Did I just trade my beautiful childhood, all those cherished memories, and the experiences my parents offered for this relentless rat race? I cannot ever believe that this rat race could ever substitute those invaluable aspects of life. Our society always teaches us that a good career equals to money and money would buy us happiness. But a successful career cannot simplify life and it definitely does not guarantee us happiness. This race has distanced us from what truly matters, that is, acquiring the right skills. In today's world, a piece of paper with good marks does not define a successful career, but what defines is that you have effective communication and a diverse set of skills. We must also acknowledge the alarming cases of number of student suicides in Kota, often driven by academic stress or parental pressure. It's crucial to realize if their career is not aligned with their passions, then they might struggle to thrive in that environment. Many are blind to the fact that life encompasses more than acing some exam that you have every day. While hard work is essential, I agree, which should be balanced with self-care. I believe that your career is a marathon and not just any type of sprint, and maintaining health and happiness is crucial for the long run. My grandparents often used to recount me stories of the happier times they had in the rural villages because people there used to pursue what ignited a spark within them, what they were interested by, and not driven by societal expectations. But let us not forget our determination and motivation we have to excel. While we strive for success every single day, our happiness should not be solely dependent upon the fact that our achievements in life would be so much more. In the race for success and pursuit of dreams, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters, that is life itself. I do not deny the fact that careers are not important. They are undoubtedly important, but they are only a part of our existence. So which path is the right one? There is no universal answer to this, my friends. Career and life are not adversaries. They are interconnected facets of this journey. If we have to succeed, we must have a good balance between them. That balance can be achieved through a constant journey of demanding self-reflection and adaptation. Ultimately, it's not about choosing one over the other, but finding the harmonious blend of both. So go out, seize the day, pursue your passions, and acquire the right skills that you need. Because career is just one chapter of the story of your life. Make it a chapter that you're proud to write. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have Arihant Kumar Singh, 3E from Bal Bharti Public School, Kanak Yadav and Bhavya Jha to please be ready.
Do you think that your career is more important than your life? It might be for some people. Or do you believe in work-life balance? Do you think that you can be good at your work while being equally capable of handling the rest of your life or your family? Good morning. I, Arihant Kumar Singh, am here to present my thoughts on what I think is more important. Career or life? Or is it both? You know some great people like Ronaldo, Steve Jobs, Albert Einstein. All of these people were exceptionally good at what they did. All of these people were very famous, very successful, and all of them had great careers. But they did not have much outside of that. Ronaldo dedicated his entire life to football. He not only used to train for 5 hours every day, but also used to have the most strictest of diets, and then also used to spend another 2 hours in the gym. Do you see the level of commitment he had? You can't compete with such a person in that field if you're not willing to put your entire life dedicated to that thing. That is the cost that you need to pay to succeed in your career. Career and life are like inverse proportions. You give one and you take from the other. Now let me speak about someone who is successful at life. Someone who is great at life might not be great at any one thing, but he as a person would be great. You can say he is a jack of all trades but a master of none. Now that might not seem so good, but that actually is better. That person would have the ability to adapt to the many changes that life can throw at him. He won't have any one thing working at a full 180%, but he can have 5 things working at an 80% efficiency. See, what makes life so beautiful is that you have so many things to try and explore. You have so many things to try and explore, and you can't do that if you're just focused on one particular thing. If you're just focused on one particular thing, you just might not be able to do so. Thank you.
Now we have Kanak Yadav, 4E from Bal Bharti Public School, Bhavya Jha and Gauri Taneja to be ready.
Life and career are two mighty rivers which flow through the landscape of our existence, each with its own course and current, yet destined to merge in the beautiful ocean of our journey. Ladies and gentlemen, I, Kanak Yadav, extend a warm welcome to all of you. Today I am present before all of you to shed light on the topic career versus life. It is often told by the society to find our passion and pursue it as a career. But what if our passion might not pay the bills? What if our passion is something we cannot make a career with? But let me tell you the truth that life is not about career. Life is not just about career, it's about living itself to the fullest and doing things that makes you happier and give you a hope to live every day more. And if your career makes you unhappy, then it's the high and right time to make a move and change your career. A question that has echoed through the ages is, what is more important? Is it career or is it life? The struggle between career and life is a formidable duel. It is a relentless tug of war. It is a relentless tug of war that tests our patience and priorities. Life, which whispers to us during the quietest moment of life, urging us to nurture relationship and find our peace. On the other hand, career roars like a tempest, demanding our hard work, success, patience, and perseverance. It is a timeless battle where the ultimate winner is the balance. The balance between the hurt and our ambitions, where both of them find their intricate equilibrium. Most of the people tend to believe that career is life, but I firmly oppose them and propose that career is the integral part of life, but not life. To summarize, we should find a perfect balance between our personal life and career, which will lead to a fruitful and happy life. We all should make our aim to find a life where both of these complement each other and we can have a purposeful life. To summarize, I would like to end with a note that career is not a destination but a path, and life is the beautiful landscape on which this path unfolds. Thank you for being a patient audience.
Now we have Bhavya Jha, 5E, Brahman Global School, Gauri Taneja and Navadipta Sharma to be ready.
Life is not a race, but a journey to be savored at each step of the way. Good morning, one and all present here. Today, I, Bhavya Jha, of Brahman Global Public School, stand before you to delve and ponder on a very crucial dilemma which has always surrounded us, the battle between career and life. In this fast-moving modern world, we always find people around us thriving for success, and we are often stuck at crossroads. Do we really need to chase that glittering success, or we should savor the simple joys of life? Well, the pursuit of a successful career is enduring. It is important as it promises us financial stability, recognition, and satisfaction of achieving one's own ambition. We are constantly bombarded with messages that tell us to climb the ladder of success and gather massive wealth. And while there is no problem with hard work and dedication, we must remember that a successful career is just a part of the larger tapestry of our life and not our entire life. Life has a broader meaning than simply having a successful career. Life is not solely defined by our external achievements. Life is defined by the moments that seize our breath, the bonds that warm our souls, and the experiences that define our essence. It is a canvas painted with the colors of family, friendships, and intimate connections that sustain us. It is a tapestry woven with the threads of love, laughter, and relentless quest for happiness. It is more broadly defined by the relationships that we share with others, the memories that we make, and the legacy that we leave behind. It is true that our careers are important, but it must not overshadow the true essence of our life, the true essence of being ourselves. Commercial success should not blind us to the extent that we forget the true purpose of our life, the true purpose of being ourselves. Life is not about running towards success. It's about living the journey towards success and excellence. It's not a battle between our life and career. It's a dance between the two, where the steps we take define the rhythm of our existence. So, my my dear friends, let us dance wisely and create a life that is truly enriching and resonates with the music of our hearts. Thank you.
Children, I think these students and participants need a big round of applause. Next contestant is Gauri Taneja, 6E from Brahmdal Bluebells Public School. Navodita Sharma to be ready.
I would like to begin with a quote from John Lennon. Life is not a journey. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I, Gauri Taneja, from Brahmdal Bluebells Public School, proudly present my views on the topic, life versus career. Have you ever wondered what is the true meaning of life? Is it the relentless pursuit of success, or is there a middle ground that allows us to savor both our career and life itself? According to me, it's not about choosing career over living or living over career. It's about finding a direction that helps us strike peace in ourselves and walk a path of self-discovery and contentment. Let's begin by acknowledging the fact that life is not merely about accumulating wealth, it's about experiencing joy, forging meaningful connections, and finding purpose beyond the confines of a 9-to-5 existence. Even now in this society, a man is not known for the wealth they have accumulated, rather for the good deeds they have done for society. For as long as we can remember, we were taught to set a goal and work towards it, but no one has ever taught us how to deal with the failure that comes along this path. The world today is a rat race. There are few job opportunities and many contestants. It is understandable that everyone wants to be successful and earn a good income. But what use is being successful if we cannot work together with the people we have grown up with? It is important to realize that contesting with the same friends we have grown up with will not take us anywhere in life, rather we just feel hollow from inside. In this world, we are equipped with every facility we would ever need. Perhaps all that we need is an idea. I firmly believe that rather than working on the conventional career options, why not take the path less taken? Why not do what our heart desires rather than doing what society expects of us? Life and career is no battle to be fought. It's a plane we must traverse through. Success on life and career is not a destination to be reached. It's the ever-evolving, continuous process. Life is what happens when we strike the right key, where our career enhances our living and our living enriches our career. Thank you.
Now we have Navodita Sharma, 7E from DAV Public School. Kanan Rana, please be ready.
Good morning, members of the jury and dear fellow students. In the grand theatre of life, where does one draw the line between pursuing career and life's happiness? This is a question, a quest for balance and a way towards better mental health and a challenge for us to face. So hold on to your seats as we embark on a journey which is as important as its destination, will take us deep into the heart of career versus life discourse. Mental health awareness should not be an afterthought of our career planning. It should be an integral part of it. Like a double-edged sword, our career choices profoundly affect our mental health. The World Health Organization underscores this reality by ranking work-related stress and dreaded burnout as the leading cause of work-related health problems. Further, the NCRP data shows that there has been an increase of 11% in suicide rates relating to workplaces. The American Psychological Association reveals that individuals who strike a healthy work-life balance are less likely to experience psychological distress. A balanced life paves the way for personal growth, alleviates stress level, and bolsters one's mental health. Various philosophical theories, for example, the hedonic treadmill theory, emphasize that one's career success does not provide everlasting happiness. It emphasizes on the importance of having life satisfaction. This is seemingly a simple concept, but it majorly shapes our mental health. Now, let us look on to some solutions which involve a shift of our perspective. Instead of viewing career and life as a different entity, we can understand them as an interconnected aspect of our existence. Mental health professionals are the torchbearers of this issue. Psychologists, psychiatrists, and therapists provide us with support and treatment at the individual level and collaborate with organizations for executing mental health programs. This multifaceted approach to this issue at various levels, such as the individual, organizational, and societal. In the individual aspect, self-care is a cornerstone for maintaining mental health. It includes proper sleep schedule, healthy diet, regular exercise, and most importantly, doing activities which provide stress relief to the body. Maintaining boundaries between one's personal and work life is also pivotal. Having specific working hours, taking regular intervals, and doing activities which are both leisurely and relaxing. At the workplace, it is the responsibility of the employers to create such an environment which fosters a mentally healthy well-being and leads to job satisfaction in the employees. A mentally healthy workplace is a win-win situation. Employers feel a growth of productivity and performance. At the organizational level, flexible working hours, work from home prove to be the catalyst in the flexible working area. At the societal front, it is our call to redefine our perceptions about career and life. We as a society must realize that a person's measure of worth extends beyond the confines of one career success. A successful life is not a reflection of one's success in the field of career. It is a symphony of more balanced, fulfilling, and alignment of one's values and aspirations. Let us not forget that the power to shape and change our lives lies within us. Ultimately, it is not just about living, but it is about living well. The continued dialogue on this issue is evident. This is not a debate to be settled, but a dialogue to be continued. As we navigate our careers, let us not lose sight of our lives. The career is a part of our lives, not the entirety of it. It is a call of action for better mental health practices at workplace and a more based and balanced approach towards work and life. As we part ways, let us carry the insights gained, the thoughts shared, and the solutions proposed. Above all, let us dare to dream, aspire, and create a life that is not just successful, but more balanced, meaningful, and fulfilling. Thank you.
Our next contestant is Kanan Rana, AT from DAV Public School.
Good morning, everyone. Career and life, two very contrasting yet intertwined facets that shape our world. How frequently do you encounter situations where you find yourselves stranded to make a choice between your personal commitments and professional stays? I believe that nearly all of us have faced such dilemma at least once in our lifetime. In a world marked by relentless competition, we often feel trapped in the pursuit of excellence and the race to the summit. The quest for financial strength and stability drives us, and we're constantly reminded that life lacks meaning without money. This prevalent narrative places utmost importance on our career success, recognition, wealth, compelling us to prioritize our career and our jobs over everything else. This can exert immense pressure on individuals to an extent that they don't realize when personal relationships, well-being, they all take a backseat. The ultimate reality is that career constitutes a component of life. Constitutes a component of life. While it undeniably plays a very crucial role, it is imperative to recognize that there exists a broader meaning to life. Devoting incessant hours to ascend the corporate ladder can in fact cause the individuals to prohibit them from inferring the true meaning of life. This can have dire consequences on our health, leading to afflictions such as strokes, heart diseases, hypertension, and even cancer. The World Health Organization estimated that in a company of 1,000 employees, around 200 to 300 face a serious mental health issue in any given year, and at least one employee commits a suicide in every 10 years. And for every worker that commits a suicide, every 10 to 20 attempt for a suicide. Cumulatively, these are very large numbers that we're looking at globally. What good is a job if it traces your path to your grave? Your career doesn't have to be the solitary purpose of your life. It could only be a means to afford the basic necessities or any other luxuries that you might desire. But it doesn't have to be your whole life. There should be a perfect balance between your personal and professional spheres. We should never forget that after all is said and done, your professional success, your personal success and professional commitments can never matter more than your happiness and mental well-being. Life has a wider connotation. It means more than just your career. Life is not meaningless without money, but it is immaterial without the happiness of a person. It could be very little as watching your children build a tower or sharing a cup of tea with your husband or wife, discussing about your lousy days at work. It could be as little as sharing a laugh with your grandparents over an old photo album or dancing your heart out to your favorite music. Or it could be taking out a little time to follow your passion. We ought to allocate more of our time into indulging in activities that bring us joy instead of succumbing to the burden of unwanted stress. Time management is an overpowering conceivance that could help us attain this equilibrium. Plan your day. Make a schedule that focuses on both your professional and personal spheres. Delegate tasks. Divide your work equally amongst your delegates. Prioritize. See which tasks you want to place at the top of the list and which ones at the bottom. It does not have to be a choice. I would like to emphasize that it's not career or life, it's career and life. There should be a harmonious partnership so that we're able to have successful careers while also nurturing our personal lives. It should not be about choosing one over the other, but about integrating them into a meaningful existence. Thank you.
When I was your age, I could do all the household chores. When I was your age, I knew I wanted a government job. And when I was your age, I used to study for 8 to 10 hours every single day. These are some common concerns that we, the teenagers, are subjected to on an everyday basis by our family, relatives, teachers, and even our neighbors. A very good morning to one and all present here. Today I, Nishka Sharma of DPS 84, stand before you all to discuss a topic that has perpetual effects in our lives, but is rarely indeed discussed. The dilemma of career versus life. Honorary jury members, respected teachers, and dear fellow members of the audience. Won't we all agree that technological advancements have opened a wide array of opportunities for the younger generations? Now, when we aspire for techno-savvy, digitalized, revolutionary workplaces, how can our lives and careers be compared to that of the previous generations? The equivalence of professional success to personal happiness is universally agreed upon, though fundamentally flawed. Being a millionaire at 20, getting on the Forbes list of successful entrepreneurs, all of this sounds great, but there is so much more to life than that. Reducing your entire life to your career or to the impact you leave on this earth is unhealthy. A career is a part of life, and just that. It should never be the entirety of it. In an article titled The Ultimate Regrets of Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, and Warren Buffett, I noticed a common link. It was that they all regret turning a blind eye to their families. Jeff Bezos once said that building a career is a choice, but getting to live life is a gift. Sheryl Sandberg, the COO of Facebook, talked about how as a woman she had to dial down on the level of success she could aim for. So isn't it clear that it is very hard to be substantial in this predicament? since different people have different priorities. A woman with a blooming career is successful, right? But does that make the woman who had to give up on her career for her family any less successful? Can we say that the college student who gave up on lucrative placement offers from dream colleges so that he could contribute to the world socially is any less successful? A good career provides you with financial stability, personal achievements, a chance at providing a better life for your family and fulfilling all your dreams. Building a good career is what got famous personalities like Oprah Winfrey and J.K. Rowling out of poverty. Dhirubhai Ambani is the perfect example of a rags to riches story. So I would be a fool to say that a good career does not matter. Let us not forget that in the end, it is not the titles we hold or the money we earn that define our legacy. Instead, it's the love we share, the lives we touch, and the memories we create. Keeping this in mind, let us not prioritize career over life or vice versa. Instead, let's focus on building a harmonious link between the two. As we stand on the precipice of choices that decide our future, we must answer one pivotal question. What truly matters, a thriving career or a successful life? To conclude this discussion, I would like to quote the Bhagavad Gita. Santushtaha sarvadukkheshu yo na hrishyati na kaschana. Meaning he who is content amidst all hardships, neither rejoices nor grieves. Thank you so much.
Our next contestant is Danish, 10E from Euro International School. Mehak Yadav and Yashika Yadav to be ready.
Our life is not merely about the career we pursue. It is actually about the passion, the purpose, and the impact which we bring into this world. Each day is an opportunity for us to carve our path and leave a lasting impact in this world. A very scintillating morning to all the honorable jury members, respected teachers, and worthy participants. Today, I stand before you all to express my views on the topic career versus life. Well, your career or your job doesn't have to be a life purpose. A job can simply be to get food, support your family, and build a better community. But your life purpose will come in while you are in the process of living ordinary daily experiences. The pursuit of your career should not be synonymous with your chaotic and unbalanced life. Instead, it should act like a tool that enables you to lead fulfilling lives. Well, we all live in a society where the parents decide what their child will become in future. It all starts from the school days itself. Good grades are considered as an essential requisite for a better career. Consequently, the students are in undue pressure to excel academically. Their emotional well-being, hobbies, passion, creativity, all are ignored. They have to opt for the subjects which they don't have the aptitude for. The increase in number of suicide cases in Kota, Rajasthan is one of its repercussions. In the last few days, we have seen a number of news and incidents about suicide cases at various coaching centers for different career paths, which has shocked a number of stakeholders. Do you know what does it show? This shows that the students are under undesirable pressure, causing disappointment, stress, bad mental health, and negative thoughts in their mind. It is time for us to ponder and introduce a new methodology for education in their lives. Well, we also need to realize that success is not just measured by good grades or highly paid jobs. People like Sachin Tendulkar, Azim Premji, A.R. Rahman, Mary Kom are some of the well-known personalities to the world. You know what? They all are school dropouts. Do you all remember the movie Three Idiots? The story of Three Idiots addresses some of the societal issues about the education system in our country, such as the emphasis on rote learning, high expectations from parents and society, and the absence of practical knowledge. As the story moves, we see that all the characters in the story become successful in their lives just by following their own passion. We also need to emphasize on the importance of personal growth, character development, and happiness. Well, we also need to instill the belief that each individual has their own and unique path to success, and it doesn't have to conform to social norms. See, career is certainly important for us as it provides us a sense of financial stability, happiness, and a purpose in our life. But having a life in loving it is overall more important. You should also try to incorporate some other things in your life and give importance to them. You should understand the importance of prioritizing yourself and then understanding your own priorities. Your priorities may include your loved one, self-satisfaction, happiness, family, money, time, bonding with others, and it may differ from person to person. At the end, I would like to say that you need not sacrifice your beautiful life for a successful career, because a successful career can give you a living, but a beautiful life can make your living worthwhile. And always remember that you may have another career, but not another life. So you have to choose wisely. Thank you.
Now we have Mehak Yadav, 11E from Gyan Devi Public School. Yashika Yadav and Kajal Yadav, please be ready.
Life is a canvas and career can brush strokes. Balance them and you create a masterpiece. A very good morning to everyone present here. Today at Mehak, I would like to share my views on the declamation topic, career versus life. In the grand theatre of life, we are often presented with a choice between two titles, career and life. Both offer their promises and risks, but the decision we make defines not only our journey, but our legacy. Picture this, a brilliant mind, tirelessly climbing the corporate ladder, accumulating wealth, recognition and title. Success by society's standards is in the palm of their hand, yet they stand alone. Their relationships strained, their health declining, and their happiness a distant memory. Is this the pinnacle we seek? Now, let's imagine another scenario. A life brimming with love, laughter, and cherished moments. A life where every sunrise is a promise, every meal a feast, and every setback a lesson. But in this pursuit of a vibrant life, ambitions lay dormant, potentials untapped, and dreams deferred. Is this the compromise we all are willing to make? The allure of a career is surely intoxicating, promising wealth, power, and prestige. But let's not be bewitched by its charms, for it can be a demanding companion, one that demands our time, our energy, and often our very soul. The pursuit of a career, when taken to extremes, can lead to a life of emptiness, where the applause of the world cannot fill the void within. On the other side, life begins with open arms. In our quest for life pleasures, we may find ourselves bound by financial limitation, held up by the fear of societal judgment, and haunted by the ghosts of unfulfilled dreams. But my friends, let me tell you the secret that can captivate anyone who dares to listen. The power of balance. The pursuit of a career need not to be a constant bargain that steals a life away, and life need not to be a distant dream sacrificed at the table of ambition. Balance, you see, is the elusive elixir of life. It is the art of juggling ambition and contentment, wealth and well-being, success and serenity. A career that empowers your life, that enables your dreams, and that fuels your passion is the kind of career worth pursuing. But here's the catch. It's not a choice once made and then forgotten. It's a tightrope walk, an intricate dance, a constant negotiation with the forces of time and ambition. It requires introspection, adaptability, and courage. So, how do we impress upon this choice? We do so by embracing the complexity of it. We acknowledge that life and career are not adversaries, but partners in the grand story of our existence. We strive for a harmonious existence where one nurtures the other. In the end, let us not be swayed by the pursuit of a career if it drowns out the laughter of our loved ones. Let us not be blinded by the allure of wealth if it dims the light of our dreams. Instead, let us impress upon ourselves the power of balance. For it is the path to a life truly worth living. In the grand theatre of life, my friends, let our choices be the applause that resounds through generation. For it is the balance between career and life that creates the most impressive and impactful of all performances. I would like to conclude by saying that life's symphony plays on and our careers compose the melody. Thank you and may you have a great day.
Our next participant is Yashika Yadav, 12E from Gyan Devi Senior Secondary School. Kajal Yadav and Bhavini to be ready.
A very good morning everyone. I am Yashika and today I am here to deliver a speech on a topic that was long overdue, career versus life. My parents often share how well they lived their childhood, from meeting new people to experiencing new things and making unforgettable memories. And in the future, I could share with my children how long one can study without sleep. The meals I gave up that day while thinking about the next. At the time when food and sleep should have been my priority. I can tell them about the anxiety I get while anticipating the future, fearing the rat race, working tirelessly towards the career when I should have worked towards my interest. Indeed, an unforgettable childhood we are thriving in and living. These are your years. You're never going to get them back. Struggle, choose, achieve. Many of us hear it. Many in the audience say it. Choosing a path of learning is an integral part of a student's life. However, the pressure of career building since a very young age, don't you think is a little too much on these young minds who are not fully aware of their own interest? And many times they get involved in this vicious cycle we fail to notice. Let's go over one, shall we? It all starts with the pressure of scoring good to get the required career stream. So instead of actually acquiring knowledge, students start to focus on getting good marks. And when they are unable to do so, they are gripped with a feeling of hopelessness and sadness. Even if they get their required stream, halfway through it they realize that it's not in sync with their interest and aptitude. But they fail to voice up under the pressure of society and family. Constantly pressurizing children to perform well throughout their academic journey pushes them to the verge of depression, leads to anxiety, eating disorders. They are not able to enjoy the fruit of their success, and in most cases it leads to suicides. So the period which is meant for self-discovery is all spent in self-doubt. But despite all of these negative emotions that arise from family and the societal career pressure, students continue to rely on them for career advice. They follow that one specific path. And what we fail to notice is that we have ample of opportunities. We can't expect a fish to climb a tree. We might not be as good in something as our peers, but there is definitely a thing we can do. We might not know about the path. We might fail while trying for it, but it's perfectly fine to try out multiple options before sticking to a long-term career path. It's perfectly fine to fail while trying, because even if something doesn't work out, it gives you that experience, that insight, which helps you to realize your vision of success. Careers are such tied to our identities that a career failure feels like a personal one. We are afraid, we are lonely, we are depressed, but we must understand that career is not our entire personality. So focus on various aspects of life. Ask yourself, the anxiousness, the depression, loneliness, frustration, fear, even the career, are they all worth the life? It's okay to recognize career as a part of your life, but as long as it doesn't overtake your life. As long as it doesn't make you feel like you're barely surviving. See, career is important. It affects various aspects of our life. It provides a source of income, it provides direction, it provides purpose. It's a chance of knowing what you're here for and what you love. It's our best shot at improving the world in a way that is important to us. But for us to be successful in our career as well as to improve the self-being, it's important to find a balance between career and life. My fellow participants have already mentioned how important it is for us to find the perfect balance. How we are here not to choose career over life or life over career, but to find that harmonious balance. And this, my friend, is a world of all-rounders, where jack of all trades might be the master of none, but oftentimes it's better than the master of one. Thank you and have a nice day.
Now we have Kajal Yadav, 13E from Laburnum Public School. Bhavini and Vivan Banerjee, please be ready.
Imagine standing on a crossroads and choosing which path we want to go, where one path leading to a successful career and another to fulfilling your life. Which path should we prioritize? Let's explore.
What are you seeing in my hand is a bowl and some pebbles in it. Now, imagine that this bowl is your life and these pebbles are the number of years you have in your life. Now, if I take out some of the pebbles outside, these are the number of years that you have lived of your life. Now these are the leftover pebbles, or I should say these are the leftover years of your life. Now I have a big question for you all. Should we dedicate these precious years of our life to our career or to embrace our life in all its dimensions? Jai Hind everyone, it's me Kajal Yadav standing in front of you to express my notions on career versus life. I want to take, please have a look around you. People, students, children, everyone is just hustling to do a job, to make money, to make a career. Everyone is running in this race for life, leaving everything behind. Leaving their family, leaving their passion, leaving their joyful moments. And people are doing so long, hard hours of jobs they hate. And making money to buy things they don't need. And impressing people they don't like. And if we fail in this race of life, we saw our life coming to a standstill. Depressed teenagers commit suicide. This is the harsh reality. In our life, life is not this. Life can't be just career. Life can't be just about career. Life is far beyond than that. When one door closes in your life gives you another door. Go ahead, find it and open it. When a career is just one aspect of your life, the life is a beautiful and a vast sphere, which carries your love, your freedom, your education, your career, your money, your time, your family, your friends, your pain, everything. And a career is just one brushstroke on the canvas, not the entire masterpiece. No doubt, career is important for us. We have financial obligations in our life. It is important for us. Career is something, but not everything. People are searching for doing career. They want to become this. They want to become this, leaving behind everything. There is a famous book written by Brownie Bear, which I personally like, and the title of the book is 5 Regrets of Dying People. In that book, the author has mentioned 5 regrets of the dying people, and I want to share the regret number 2, which says, I wish I hadn't done the hard work. Now the author is not telling you that you don't have to do the hard work, but she's telling you that if you are becoming successful at the cost of your youth, then definitely you are paying phenomenally a heavy price for this success. The life is not about how big your bank account is. It is about how big your account of happiness, relationships, family, joyful moments. It is about this. This prime time will never ever come again. So live your life to the full, because when you will be on your deathbed, counting your last breaths, you will be regretting, oh, I could do all the things which I found, the things in which I found love. Oh, I should pursue my passion and convert it passion into my profession. Oh, I should live my life to the full. At last, career, in your life you have many career options, but life is just one. At last, I want to ask the same question which I asked when I start my speech, that should we dedicate our precious years of lives to our career or to embrace a life in all its dimensions? And I'm pretty sure that this time you have an answer. Thank you.
Our next participant is Bhavini 14E from Lebanon Public School. Vivan Kanoji and Mehul Yadav to be ready.
प्रथमे नाजिता विद्या, द्वितीये नाजितं धनं, तृतीये नाजितं पुण्यं, चतुर्थे किं करिष्यसि? अर्थात यदि जीवन में आपने प्रथम भाग में विद्या, दूसरे भाग में धन और तीसरे भाग में पुण्य नहीं कमाया तो चौथे भाग में क्या करोगे? नमस्कार. I, Bhavini, stand before all of you today to speak on life versus career. What is this? It's a rainbow. Yes, life is also like a rainbow, embracing all of its colors. But in today's life, something is missing, and that is life. Yes,
In this busy schedule, in this hectic routine, we have missed something, and that is life. Do you even remember when was the last time you had a talk with yourself? Do you even remember when was the last time you smiled? You laughed out loud. We are busy in a 9 to 5 job or career. Well, are they same? No, they aren't. A job is something you perform for money, for your basic needs. On the other hand, a career is something you do for your passions, for your ambitions. Yes, well, my dear friends, have you made your career or have you decided to make your career? In what field have you made it in? Are you willing to be a doctor, an engineer, a scientist, a chef, an actor, or something else? Well, I have decided, but society says something, my mind says something. Is it going to be my passion or a mere job? Some say I should become a doctor, while others say I should opt for a government job. But my parents proudly say, do whatever you want. This is the spirit. Possibilities are people who have chosen their career on themselves, by themselves. They will definitely become successful one day. Yes, success will touch their feet one day, definitely. One example is of an Indian cricketer, a beloved former captain, Mr. MS Dhoni, who dared to chase his dreams. He was never in the sport, he was not always into the sport. But if he can, then why can't all of us? We can chase a career, we can live life. Career is an important part of life. It is a subset of life. But life is the universal set for career, for happiness, for acceptance, for memories, and for experiences. Yes, life has a lot to give to us. There is a need to maintain balance between life and career. There is a need to prioritize. What you can do is make your decisions align on the basis of what you are doing right now, what your priorities are, what are your values. We can think about them, then we can make a decision. Avoid neglecting yourself. Statistics say that people who are happy, healthy, and educated have better career options. Countries such as Finland and Switzerland are such examples. On the other hand, we have advent of technological tools such as ChatGPT, OpenAI, and we are living in this modern era. Some technological advancements are still there that will take place in the future, such as quantum computing. Yes, my dear friends, and there is definitely a need for continuous learning, for continuous striving out to make ourselves better. There is a need for that. And my mantra for this is B2, B2. Becoming better, becoming better. Yes, I can do it. This should be the mindset. This should be the mindset to achieve everything and anything you want. We have endless aspirations, endless desires. But what about the beggar? Even if I give him a little money, this can put a gleam of light on his face. But rich people always chase more money, more power. Are we thinking about the society? Are we thinking about the development as a whole? Probably not. Let's make ourselves better every day. Let's continue to become the best versions of ourselves and live life. My dear friends, we have come through a long journey and rest of the life that is pending. Let us smile. Let us live. And this way, life becomes easier. एक अवसरम एक जीवनम. एक ही अवसर है, एक ही जीवन है. इसे जी लो. And yes, concluding with that career is vital for life, but it is a phenomenal gift of God that is given to us. That is life. Thank you very much.
Now we have Vivan Banerjee, 15E from Lotus Valley International School. Mehul Yadav and Prabh Sahaj, please begin.
In the pursuit of success, individuals often find themselves ensnared in the relentless cycle between education, career, and their lives. While education is considered a cornerstone for personal growth and societal development, it has increasingly become a double-edged sword, causing people to lose their essence in life. This loss of essence, in turn, linked with an alarmingly high rate of depression and suicide, had swept across the face of what was once a beautiful Indian education. Today, I, Vivan Banerjee of Lotus Valley International School, proudly stand before you to delve into the delicate embrace of a topic that is a clarion call for our shared destiny, our education. The desecration of the sacrosanctity of education can be accredited to a multitude of causes. The career conundrum and the birth of the non-attending dummy school have been prolific in making education the modern maze that it is. Today's fast-paced world is seeing money becoming the primary motivation for students all across the world. The pressure to secure a lucrative career, ensure financial stability, and to meet societal expectations has ridden the students of our country and has forced them away from their passions to seek financial success. In the pursuit of this monetary success, the genuine love for learning and personal growth takes a backseat. This phenomenon is only furthered by parental pressure, as parents, with their best interests at heart, push their children towards careers where they can earn more money, even if these choices do not align with what the child truly wants. I have a question for everyone here today. What kind of a world would you like to live in? A utopian democracy? A world where there are no crimes? A world where everyone loves each other? How can we achieve such a world when the youth who is going to become this world is unhappy? How are we going to live in a world where everyone is running in a frenzy after money and no one is truly thinking about the joys of life? The dummy school additionally is at the end of the day nothing but a masterclass in marketing. Hopeful students are allured with fanciful records of admission and are tricked into signing a waiver for the next years of their life. The one-stop agenda for dummy school is to attain any student out of here a seat in an IIT, AIMS or a related institute. The demanding nature of a dummy education, however, can lead to desolate isolation and so much loneliness. Students may be too overwhelmed by their academic commitments to maintain relationships and may find it incredibly challenging to strike a balance between their personal and academic lives. The rise of social media has also given birth to new unrealistic expectations and comparisons among students by showing curated versions of others' lives. Coaching centers have raised the exponent of this equation to a newer power. Specifically, Kota, a city in Rajasthan smaller in size than Gurugram, hosts over 100 educational institutes. The streets in Kota are named after their educational institutes. The students run in Kota after their educational institutes. Everything there is defined by your educational institute. However, Kota is a dark place. Just this year, 24 students have ended their luminous lives distraught by academic pressure in Kota. Averaging 3 suicides a month, Kota is furthering a problem that penetrates deep into the grave of our once utopian education system. The voices of the students that have been the victims of the nefarious dispute between career and life beckon to us as a clarion call for the need for change. As a student, I'm afraid of what may happen to my friends who choose such a path for their life. And as a human, I'm appalled by what a system that had given so much to us stands for today. I implore each one of you to seek emancipation from the shackles of this bondage and move forward in deciding what you want to do and achieving your own goals at your own pace. Because your happiness is not worth a career and your life means more than any career and any amount of money. Thank you.
Our next participant is Mehul Yadav, 16E from Mount Anupta School. Prab Sahaj and Ashwin too, please be ready.
Abraham Lincoln once said that the best way to predict the future is by creating it. And I firmly believe that creating the future is a proactive approach by which one can forecast what lies in front of him in his adjacent future. Instead of solely relying on predictions, one needs to take up the responsibility to make firm actions and take deliberate ones to have a better and successful future tomorrow. This concept mainly talks about 3 important features. One of them being the student has to be innovative, needs to have a strategic plan for his life, and needs to adapt to every situation he's put into. And with this, I think he will develop one common trait which will help him become successful in his life, which is the ability to seize opportunities in his life. Good morning, honorable judges, worthy participants, and my dear audience. Today I, Neville Yadav from Mount Olympus School, would like to draw the audience their attention towards today's topic, which is career versus life. And I think which is perhaps the most important one in a student's life as well. In this competitive world where people are running after grades, who are trying to excel themselves in the academic field, students are preparing for competitive exams and for competitive degrees, where some succeed and some don't. Out of those unsuccessful ones, some take the failure as motivation and work harder for next time, whereas some who fail take this in a negative way and end their lives by suicidal means. Life and career, two facets that often compete for our time and attention, have always been great subjects of debate. Striking a balance between the two is like walking on a tightrope, where one misstep could lead to an unsettling fall. Firstly, let's acknowledge that our careers play a pivotal role in shaping our lives. Yes, they do give us financial support, the ability to sustain our lives with our loved ones, but they are not our lives. A successful career can, yes, offer us financial security, personal growth and sense of achievement. However, it is essential to remember that our careers should serve as a mean to the end, not the end itself. On the other hand, our life is everything apart from the career. Life teaches us what real relationships are, what real bondings can be like, and how is it to maintain a good environment for one to live a healthy and long life. The key lies in finding the right balance between these two realms, and according to me, I believe there are two main features by which one can be able to balance the both realms. One of them being defining our own priorities. Learn to understand that where your priorities lie is something good for you, and understand what your long-term goals are. Learn to say no. Overcommitting to a job and thinking that it is detrimental to our entire life is completely wrong in my opinion. And taking out time from overtiming and overwork can help us improve our personal lives. So in conclusion, I would just like to say that life and career are not opposing forces but complementary aspects of our life. Finding the right balance is essential in a continuous journey. Remember that a fulfilling life is in one where you turn 65 and look back at your life with sheer contentment and not regret. So let's try to harmonize life and career not as adversaries but as powers in the pursuit of a rich and meaningful life. Thank you.
Participants, please note that referring to the sheet is not allowed. You can only look at it once or twice. Now we have Prabh Sahid Singh Arjena from Our Lady of Fatima Convent Secondary School, 17E. Ashwin and Anushka, please be ready.
So today's topic focuses much of my attention towards the parents and teachers present here. But whatever I'll be saying has far-reaching significance. Just imagine that you are in a shopping complex with your family. Suddenly you have to get aside because you have received a call from your boss or your client. That person assigns you some work at a time when you were supposed to be with your family. You convince yourself that it is not a big deal. But by doing so, you're actually forcing yourself into an impasse which is created by a poor knowledge of career versus life. Good morning, esteemed judges, respected teachers, and all my dear friends. I am Prabh Sahid Singh Arjena, and I am here to address an issue that takes the lives of 50 Indians every week. Career versus life. There is a famous quote which says, career is something which you are paid for, life is something which you are made for. The younger generation present here may believe that a successful career will lead to a fulfilling life. But I don't think so. Let's return to our first example, where that one phone call increases our stress, reduces our relationships, and undermines our happiness. Now just think about it. How many times have you got feelings like, I don't feel like working? My family keeps me away from work, or my work keeps me away from my family. Well, if you have these feelings, then you are stuck in this impasse. We may have a successful career, but not a fulfilling life, which leads to overall despair and disappointment. The reverse is also true. Now coming to the most important aspect, how to create a harmonious balance between a successful career and a fulfilling life. At this stage, I want the rapt attention of everyone present here, because the next 2 minutes can change your life. The most fundamental step to take is to set clear boundaries. Do your work devotedly and don't procrastinate things, because procrastination can lead to stress. I'm not asking you to overextend your work hours, but just don't see your mobile at the time of work. Actually, technology is somewhere at the root of this poor connection between our career and life. The moment you step inside your home, just turn off the email notifications for an uninterrupted personal time with your family and meaningful relationships. Time management is also crucial. Efficiently manage your time using calendars and to-do lists. Always make sure that you give some time to your family in the form of vacations, in the form of some exercises, or just going out for a morning walk in leisure without any devices. In conclusion, maintaining a harmonious balance between your career and your life is indeed challenging, but it is the need of the hour. By adopting the strategies which I have just told you, you can make your life meaningful, contented, and happy. Applaud me only if you have learned something about this tussle known as career versus life. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.
Our next participant is Ashwin 18E from Our Lady of Fatima Convent Secondary School. Anushka and Upasana to be ready.
In the contemporary world of skyrocketing competition, every single student is questioned at a young age on what career is he ready to pursue. Careers play a crucial role in a person's future, but do we prioritize our career or our life? Do we prefer a more successful professional life or a more blissful personal existence? Warm greetings to everyone present here. I am Ashwin Felix of Our Lady of Fatima Convent Secondary School, standing here in front of you all to put forth my views on the differences between life and the career. Pursuing a career transforms you into a working part of the global society. People do need to be career-driven and ready to accomplish something, but this must not come at a price of their own personal well-being. A lot of people at top faculty positions actually live miserable lives due to the amount of pressure and stress they go through on a daily basis. Their job may provide you with a good pay and a respectable post in society, but will it let you live? These jobs are known as the golden handcuffs for a very brutal reason. They provide you with short-term gains and security, but leave you disappointed with your own past lives. What money are you actually earning if you are not ready to, if you are not really satisfied with your own past lives? Apparently, money is more important than health to some people. Mental health has become a very prominent issue in the youngsters, and a lot of corporate workers also go through a tremendous pressure every single day. What you need to do is focus on your life. After all, you only have one life to live. Why not live it to the fullest? Now, this doesn't mean that you totally detach yourselves from your professional lives. What you have to do is balance all your energy between all the other aspects of your life. You are your own moral compass. The voices inside your head tell you what you need to do. If you ever feel like you are in a rat race, take a break. Sit down and talk with your heart. What makes your day brighten up with joy? What pushes away every single thought of doubt and worry out of your clouded conscience? Make time to do things that truly connect you to your own authentic selves. When you ignore these intuitions and instincts, it may leave you very discontented with your own life. Career is certainly very important in one's life as it can provide you with a sense of purpose, fulfillment, as well as financial stability. However, one must not just look for money in your career path. What you need to search for is your passion, and be ready to sacrifice anything to attain it. However, you should sacrifice your time, but never sacrifice your own mental well-being. Before taking the decision, remember, this is the moment to choose who you are going to become and what you are going to be known as. Always know that this job is just one part of you and there is much more to life than just your career. Examine what your career path demands from you. Question yourself, are you willing to pay the price? After you achieve your dream job, will you be truly living and working, or are you just going to end up living to just simply work? I'll leave you all with your few thoughts and take my leave. Thank you everyone for your precious time.
Now we have Anushka, 19E from Ravindranath World School, Prince Gautam and Yadu B. Krishnan. Please be ready.
Don't confuse having a career with having a life, is a quote by Hillary Clinton. With this, good morning ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and my fellow participants. I am Anushka Kashania from Ravindranath World School and I am here to shed light on the topic life versus career. Life and career are both intertwined aspects of one's existence, each influencing and shaping the other. Life is a broad spectrum of experiences ranging from health, personal well-being, happiness and even money. It is like a blank canvas to paint on however we want. Whereas a career is the sum of a professional journey. Many people embark on a career because it can help them achieve things like gaining more knowledge, getting more experience, taking on more responsibilities and earning higher salaries. To be honest, if you ask me, which is more important, career or life, it seems like a no-brainer because at the first glance, anyone, including me, would choose life. But we all need things like a suitable house, stable financial background, and food on the table. So one could argue that career is as important, if not more. To solve this dilemma of ours, there is a magical concept of balancing between career and life. One can say that career is for our life, but life is not all about what career path one is on. I don't mean that a person following a career is bad, but the notion that you must have a career and that you should pursue a career is wrong, especially if it hinders with your own personal well-being. One could spend an entire lifetime not caring about what they do for a living, but the smarter ones realize that we are going to spend a better chunk of our life practicing that profession. So why not choose a profession that we do not just relate to, but the one which makes us happy and does not add on to the stress? To clarify, a whole life does not mean that you're passionate about every single aspect of it, but rather it is about balancing the energy we emit between all the areas of our life. And to have a whole life, it is important to balance all the areas. Balancing between life and career is a delicate art, and achieving this equilibrium is vital because it can help us have overall happiness and a well-rounded development. Striking the right balance allows us to thrive both personally and professionally. Therefore, the step one towards living a balanced life is choosing a career that enhances and complements our life rather than dominating it. We all tend to look at the bigger picture, the broader angle, right? But what about the small things, the trivial things in our day-to-day lives that we tend to forget, which are more important? For example, money is important, but in the rat race of acquiring it, don't we forget about spending some quality time with our parents? Career is important, but when we give more importance to career growth and prosperous life goals, do we play with our siblings? Our colleagues might keep us entertained for a long time, but that's what our friends have been doing for years. There is nothing wrong with having a cup of coffee with them once or twice a month. To be honest, we do not know how long we're going to live in this temporary world. Therefore, utilizing our time efficiently and not focusing on one single thing becomes really important. Because I can assure you, even if you achieve huge things, you're going to regret it later in life. To conclude, I would like to share a mantra with you all that I am definitely going to use when I enter the corporate world, and it is work to become, not to acquire. Thank you so much.
Our next participant is 5th quarter 20E Rotary Public School, Yadu B. Krishnan and Nandini. Please be ready.
Greetings, people. Today I've been seeing this morning we have great participants and they've been nailing in context that life is more important than career. And I totally agree with that. And I don't think I can add any more to the subject. But there's one thing that is going in my head that which man has half or more Jews as his enemy? Nobody. Why does material things become so useless and meaningless at the time of our death? Why is it that we only things that matter are the things and experience we have done? Our experiences, our families, our friends, our loved ones, the time we spend with them. They are so precious in our life that but many people don't understand it at the end of it. Why? What do humans behave? Why do humans behave like that? Well, it's simple. It's because our society has become materialistic and has lost any meaning to humanity. It's not human nature to run behind money, diamonds, and jewels. It's human nature to look at things in a new way, curiosity, that would get better of us. When you look at human beings as an evolution, we are not made to be perfect themselves, but we are how? Our minds. Our minds are the biggest asset. But yet, after nurturing it, we basically put our 6, 7 years old in a rat race that completely demolishes their curiosities, creativity, and everything that there is and willingness. They kill their future, their dreams, hopes, and aspirations when we realize that they are things that they can never achieve. There are many complications, restrictions, or maybe just not simply enough talent. I don't know, look at a 5% who likes basketball. He cannot become a pro ever. He can try, but he can compare with someone who succeeds. That's a godly restriction also. When we look at people who are extremely talented in their careers, who feel pleasure with the things they're doing, we mostly see they're happy. When we go to extremes such as Tony Ferguson saying he feels happy when his forehead is open with wounds, and he feels pleasure whenever he kicks somebody in his chin, that's extremely painful. The stupidity painful actually. But he says that he feels pleasure, he loves the feeling of it. So I think the major aim of human beings should be to find that pleasure, good pleasure that we are finding. Any career that we can do is can earn money and get food. That's the basic premise of it. You can practically do practical labor, manual labor and get food. But that does not mean that you get pleasure. That's basically what we can summarize that human beings can become to. A machine to earn money, and their softwares, or we can say our mental health, just blows off as the time comes on. Why? Because we don't feel any pleasure in it. We just kill ourselves. By one hand, it's nothing what anybody else does. You just kill it by one hand. Majority of the people, be it adults, children here, they can feel this feeling, a feeling of not achieving anything, not achieving what they want to achieve or what they can achieve. Basically, strangling our own throats with our own hands. And we look at things like such as our suicides, it's basically a manifestation of what we were doing. We have been strangling ourselves emotionally all this time. It's basically when the pressure is upset, we do it practically. I mean, it takes nothing for a person to just jump from a 10-floor building in just 1 second. The next thing you're dead, there is nothing more to it. But in conclusion, of all I'm going to say is, we know things like some of the Gupta, 408 battles, numerous scars. That was his career as a military commander. But what was his life? In his personal life, he is a poet, a normal family man, a singer, a musician. Such great personalities such as that can have a second dimension to their life, I can tell you. That's all.
Now we have Yadubi Krishnan, 21E from Rotary Public School. Nandini and Renitha, please be ready.
Life is a journey and our career out here. Good morning everyone. Today I, Yadubi Krishnan, I'm going to present the topic life versus careers. So, what is life? Well, my take on that is that life is heaven's gift. It's a journey of constant exploration, struggles, surprises, and growth. On the other hand, what is career? Well, I believe that career is a vehicle. A vehicle that helps us to travel on this road of journey of life. And just like how everyone have their preferences for their vehicles, people have preferences for their careers. Sadly to say, however, we often mistaken these two for what they stand for. And it never ends up in a right way. We fall into this pit hole of wants and end up walking in someone else's shoes. Which is not right. Not at all. We are restricting ourselves, our own character. We ignore our needs, and with that we ignore our own life, the gift that God gave us. And guess what we all do with it? We throw it aside. Just like that. Moreover, the current growing era has over and over elevated this concept to another level that we can consider it as a religion. People and students all say we all blindly follow a path shown by the society. No thoughts to it. No exploration. No damn thinking. And this often is not taken well. And there are also a group of people who crush their needs, and a group of people who just completely ignore their wants. What happens to those guys? They end up like Icarus. What happened to him? He was a man who needed to fly enough for his own freedom, but ended up in the ocean, drowned, died. Why? Because he chased after his innate desires of wanting to reach the sun, and that finished him. Well, I would like to add up that we all must never bind ourselves to anyone's chain and follow our own career that suits us, that fits us, so that we can express ourselves on who we are and become a burning, shining star that can leave behind the traces of its own life, like a legend, and that can pull others into brightness and achieve the freedom that Icarus needed the most. Thank you.
Our next participant is Nandini, 22E, Shillong Presidency School. Renitha, please be ready.
Work to become, not to acquire. A very good morning to one and all present here. Today I am Nandini Dalal of Shillong Presidency School is here to discuss on the topic career versus life. But before going ahead, let me tell you an interesting story about Abhishek. Now, once upon a time in a bustling city, there lived a young man named Abhishek. Now, Abhishek was a dedicated and an ambitious man who wanted to become a successful businessman. He worked for like hours and hours. He missed his family gatherings and he didn't even talk to his friends for the sake of his career.
Now, one day, he was like so much engrossed in his critical presentation that her sister called him and said, "Brother, my son's birthday is there and you're invited." But Abhishek sighed and declined it and said, maybe later, right now I have an opportunity to have a great career, I will meet you again. But that again didn't come. Years went by. Now Mr. Abhishek, and a wealthy businessman who had everything, every material belongings, and a flashy GTR in his garage, fashionable outfits, but a tremendous sensation of emptiness. This is because for the sake of his career, he left his family, he didn't talk to his friends, and at that time, the tremendous sensation of emptiness comes. From this, career, the pursuit of personal achievement and financial security is frequently considered as the path to a happy life. We are told that our careers or professions define us and serve as the standard by which the society assesses our value. In the hope of getting succeeded one day, we spend years learning, getting trained, and moving up to the corporate ladder. A lucrative career can provide us the recognition, respect, stability, and sense of accomplishment, but not the happiness you get from your family and friends. A career does not mean a job; it symbolizes ambition. On the other hand, I want to ponder out many different kinds of lives woven together in our world's fabric. Now, every life is a tale waiting to be told. Every life is a tale waiting to be told. Journey depicts with highs and lows, victories and defeats, and tenacity. Let's examine some pros and cons of the same. Now, a successful career can provide us career growth, expanded network, respect and recognition, personal development, and many more. But it shares a fair challenge of drawbacks too. Like number one, in which you can balance your life and your career. The health issues like anxiety, depression, or physical elements. Now, if I talk about the most important point, when you are so much engrossed in your work, when you forget about your family, they're sitting and waiting for you when you will come, they will have a dinner with you, but you are still doing the work which is given by the boss. And when you have completed it, then you go to sleep. Is it so? The thing is, you have to balance both the things, career and your life. Now, I want to have a rapid fire with the audience. I will give you two options and you have to choose one. Basketball or football? Samosa or golgappe? Career or life? This is the expected answer because nowadays this is the important thing which everyone is lagging behind. You have to think about your life first. Career can be made. You have years to make it. And like in the story of Abhishek, how he missed his family in the end, he realized that he has to take his family as the first priority. And with this, you have to make opportunities. If the opportunity knocks the door, you have to take it. You have to see that life is a very important aspect which you have to go. And you have to see, you have to balance both the career and your life. You have to manage them nicely. So thank you and have a nice day.
Now we have Renita Samuel, 23E from Shalom Presidency School. Akshi Gupta, please be ready.
Greetings to one and all present here. I am Renita and I am from Shalom Presidency School, and today we have been discussing the one main agenda that not only plagues us in this scenario, but in every situation that we face, career versus life. Now before I start off, I would like to tell a little story about myself. Recently this year, there was an event that took place at our school. For this event, they selected a specific group of people who were dedicated in event management and event planning, etc. And they said this would be a baseline or a foundation for you to build a wonderful career. So, as the students, we were looking for exposure. We said, yes, we want to build an amazing baseline for our career. So we went in. We started in February. We dedicated endless sleepless nights of us working constantly to get to that one goal on that one day in July where we found out we did it. We hit the aimed amount of participants. We've got the best guests around. But what did we learn from that? Yes, we learned the basics of building an event. Yes, we learned how to manage your work and your personal life. But along the way, a lot of us lost our minds. There would be endless nights. 2 a.m. in the morning, you'd get a phone call asking for a database. You'd forget to eat meals. You'd spend so much of your time that you would make into playing basketball or making memories with your friends into this event. Now, we can see that it's very evident that career and life run side by side. Everyone has said it. But they are both intricate threads of this one tapestry that we build at the end of our life. All our life, we aim for the same thing, to build a memory and a legacy that everyone will remember. When you are taking your last breath, people will remember you for what you have done in your life, not for your career. Our schools constantly tell us, aim for your career, aim for your career. You do everything, be it from getting your marks and boards, be it selecting your stream, and then going forth, getting into a good college. But all of these tend to help you forget, and they aid you to forget that life is about having fun. Now here's an example, and it's for the audience to pick as well. There are two people. One's name is Kenny, and the other guy is Benjamin. Kenny is a JEE aspirant. He wants to get into IIT Delhi, and he has done nothing but work towards it. Every week he attends his coaching classes. He spends endless amounts of time working toward one goal of getting into his dream university. Whereas Benjamin, he spends his time playing video games. He listens to music whenever he wants. He likes to play football or go do judo whenever he wants. He'll call his friends and ask, you want to watch a movie today? Though he has a physics paper the next day. Who would you want to become? Kenny or Benjamin? Who would you say? Kenny. Do you know what Kenny's aspiration in life to be is? He wants to be an engineer. So does Benjamin. But what are they doing? They're taking their own paths. Because Benjamin wants to create a legacy. Kenny wants to work. We noticed that every single speaker before me has mentioned that there are pros and there are cons to career and life. But I, for one, say that I want to prioritize life. Yes, I have a set career. Yes, I have a goal that I want to reach at a certain age. Yes, I want to follow a certain path. But what I would rather prefer is being known for the silly things that I did with my friends, the jokes that I cracked with my family, not for, oh, she earned this much in that company, or she got this degree, but then she went into another career path. Now, we realize in a lot of quotes, life is given way more emphasis, and we understand why when we prioritize them. So to wind off, I would like to present two quotes to you that emphasize life's true beauty. Now, in the song Imagine by John Lennon, he says, imagine all the people living for today, which is our main aim for today. And as Robert Frost has said in his works, if he had to sum up life in 3 words, it goes on. Thank you.
Children, just have patience. We have one more participant.
The next participant is Akshi Gupta, 27E, Red Roses School.
Akshi Gupta from Red Roses.
Good morning, esteemed organizers, luminaries from education, honorable judges, and my dear friends. Don't confuse with having a career with having a life. My role of friends are aptly justified in today's topic, life versus career. In the fast-paced world we live in, our careers have become a central part of our identity. We invest countless hours and our dedicated energy for building a successful career, often with the hope of securing a brighter future for ourselves and our loved ones. However, when we climb the ladder of success, we realize that the pursuit of fulfilling life goes hand in hand with our professional aspirations. A recent newspaper report published an alarming increase in suicide cases among youngsters. It is essential that we take a closer look in the root causes behind this distressing trend. A significant portion of these cases is linked to the overwhelming stress and pressure that people experience in their careers. A sample fact that many individuals, particularly in highly competitive fields, find themselves trapped in a relentless cycle of work-related strain and anxiety. They feel compelled to meet the unrealistic expectations, feel job security, and grapple with the ever-increasing demands for their careers. Let's dive into some specific data to comprehend the gravity of this issue. According to the report conducted by National Institute of Mental Health, the number of suicide cases in the last 5 years has seen a disturbing increase by 35%. These are not mere statistics. They represent lost lives, shattered dreams, and torn families apart. By considering the importance of career, it's undeniable fact that a successful career can bring about opportunities, financial security, and sense of accomplishment. Behind every tragic story, there's a person who feels overwhelmed, trapped, isolated. These individuals often battle in silence, unable to seek for help or share their thoughts due to the stigma associated with the mental health issues in the workplace. However, career is one aspect of our life that can make a difference in an individual. But considering the fact if we choose our career as our passion, that it can give us immense pleasure and contentment. Another aspect is how we strike the balance between life and career. It's a quotient that requires introspection and careful planning. We all must prioritize our values, set boundaries, and create a harmonious blend between the two. Let's track our career goals with the cherish of the richness of life. So my dear friends, let's not choose between life and career. Let's choose both. Because in the end, it's not about having it all, but appreciating and savoring every moment of our journey. A journey that beautifully intertwines our career aspirations with the essence of life itself. Thank you.
I'm sure you all want to stretch your arms and feet right now. So, it's break time. I request everyone to move to the portico outside for a short break of 15 minutes.
Can you hear me well? Okay. We have Anita Hakkar ma'am, and then we have Richard sir, Ritu Bedi ma'am, she's principal Red Roses Public School. She was earlier in Delhi, and now again she's also the founder principal. So we have really erudite and learned people, and all of them are resource persons for CBSE. And resource persons means those who train the teachers. That is what they do, all kinds of workshops. And Aparna Hari ma'am from DNE 14, and then Surinder Palsa from DPS Sushant Look. Yes, you can have a good look. The photographers are obstructing this. So sweet. All of them will be discussing about your education and how to go about it and the path forward. Not only you are learning, we are also learning. Every day, every teacher grows and every child grows. And please pay attention, because each word of theirs would be worth emulating, listening, imbibing, absorbing in your life. And of course, we have Madan Sani as our moderator. All yours, Madan Sani ji, and I'm sure that you will benefit. Thank you so much for being here. We are always all the people should get
should we start? So I welcome all the panelists on the stage. And dear kids, today we are discussing about your problems. We are discussing that how you should prepare yourself for your life. So if you have any doubt, any question, you can also ask. Along with audience, everybody is allowed to ask question, but yes, first raise the hand so that we should be able to find out that who is asking a question. And I think we are here for up to 12, about 40 minutes. So that is the time limit. Within this time limit, we are to cover the whole things, that is to discuss with you, to guide you, and yes, to get your problems so that we may also prepare ourselves that how we can solve your problems. That's very important. Most of the time, students are having different problems and they are not discussing with the teacher, so teacher is not aware about the problem of the child. So now you have the freedom, you can ask questions. So actually we are discussing today the topic career versus life. I think everybody will agree that career is very important, but not more important than life. If life is there, career will be there. But if life is not there, then what for career will be? And it will not be there. So we are to live a very happy life. And for that achievement, for getting that happiness, we have to choose a proper profession or career. We go for particular career. So we are choosing career to be happy in our life, to be able to fulfill our needs, to be able to face the challenges of life. That is required. So first thing is that in the present scenario, what are the pressures on the child because of which some mishaps are there? So what's the pressure on the child and why this pressure is? So I think to start with, Riksha sir is with us and is counselor, career counselor, and he'll be able to elaborate on this, that why there is, if pressure is there, first thing you should accept that pressure is there. If pressure is there, then why is it? So sir.
Thank you so much. Is this okay?
Yeah.
Well, I have my fellow panelists. They'll be talking a lot about this. But just to
Maybe can hear.
yeah, just to make it very simple. I'm sorry, I'm just playing the devil's advocate. Stress is a never-ending thing, whether in school life or in college life. And you ask all of them are professionals. Do we have stress? Absolutely, because there are so many challenges in life. Let's make it very simple, quickly, because we're short of time and a lot of other panelists also have to speak. Very basic understanding. We are school, we come, we enjoy, we study. And we do a lot of things, we do bonding and everything. 10th, you're asked to choose your subjects. 11th, 12th, you do specialized subjects. Post 12th, a question is asked to you, what would you like to study further? You go to college, you study there. And then post college, maybe it can be post graduation or you could kind of work. Very simple. Now, when you go to, so from 10th, do you have to perform well? Yes. In 12th, are you supposed to perform well? Absolutely, because then only you'll go to good colleges. When you go to college, will everyone get a great placement? No, only the top performers will get. Then you go to work. At workplace, who will be promoted? Everyone will be promoted? No, only certain people will be promoted. So you mean to say race is ending? No. Then you will get married or you will have life, and then there is further on in life, everywhere, when you become managers, vice presidents, presidents, heads of, you think when you become a school head, you think pressure is over? At every stage of life, I'm sorry, pressure and stress will be there. But the important part is, if you do something like Ms. Makar or other panelists, she's chosen a profession that she loves. She's comfortable. If that's the calling, then pressure and stress will be manageable because you love doing what you're doing. Okay? Right? I'll get in other speakers to come in, please.
Okay, but actually, he told that stress is not going to end. At every phase of life, we have to face challenges. बच्चों, तुम कुछ भी बन जाओगे, तो और आगे बढ़ने के लिए तुम्हारे सामने चुनौतियां रहेंगी. You will have to face the challenges. पर challenges को accept करने में मैं I am now putting in a different way. हम अगर stress लेते हैं, तो वो manageable होना चाहिए. It's my assumption कि we should take stress which is manageable. If we cannot manage the stress, then we should rather change the choice. It's my humble submission. We can change the choice. As a student, you have to choose the subjects. You are in science stream, commerce, humanities, or vocational stream, whatever stream is you choose. You choose it because you prefer it. And you prefer it because you have some inclination towards or some hobby or some interest or whatever thing, capability, yes, you will have, and you choose the career. This is also initially start of career. When you are choosing a stream, you are going for a particular career. So now my question is that how schools can play a role to enable our students to choose the right subjects and to be able to choose the right career in their future. Yes, if you. Okay.
Yeah, good morning everyone. Lovely to have beautiful children with us today. Sir, your question about school education. So I'll ask my children sitting here, which is the best time of your life? School life. School life is the best time. All panelists, we are all sitting here. What is our best time of life? School life. So why is this? Why school life is considered so beautiful?
आपकी है? Next question. If you are enjoying your life, it's okay. Yes or no? Is it okay?
See, stress will always be there, as Sir said. But school is a huge play field for all of you, for all of us. All the opportunities of learning we get in school. I'll give you a small example. Everybody knows about it. मिट्टी. मिट्टी से गमला भी बनता है, कुम्हार के हाथ में आ जाए तो घड़ा भी बनता है और उसी मिट्टी से मूर्तियां भी बनती हैं. सिमिलरली पत्थर, डायमंड भी बनता है तराश दिया जाए तो क्या जिन्हें जो डायमंड नहीं बन सकते वो पत्थर काम के नहीं है क्या? हम ये जिस बिल्डिंग के अंदर बैठे हैं ये कैसे बनेगा अगर पत्थर नहीं होंगे? सड़कें कैसे बनेंगी? So all this training that we are all important is given in the school. It is not given in colleges, it is not given in universities, it is not given in coaching institutes, but it is given to us in the school. And as you all know, CBSE is also coming up with so many initiatives now. Your new NCF is there. That is about experiential learning. It's about competency-based learning. It's about what the child knows rather than what can be put in a child. It's more about it. Now we're talking about 360 degrees holistic report cards. Gone are the days that only your marks, academic marks would be counted. So lot of variety is there in school education, which is coming your way, which has been there. If you talk about our earlier culture, of course, how was the education given in earlier times? बच्चों को गुरु के साथ भेज दिया जाता था जंगलों में, खेतों में, खलियानों में. They would be traveling in all villages, fending for themselves, learning life skills. And then they became ashrams, gurukuls, schools. All sorts of experiences are being given to the children in schools. So I think I would say that school education thumbs up.
So, Ritu ma'am, today you can say it because you have lived life, 50-55 years, right? Today I can say my students' days, school days were very good. These are the kids who are just in the school life. they do not know what lies ahead. Right? So you have to, learn from our experience maybe today, but you have to live your own experience. I want to ask one question right now. 11th and 12th?
Yes.
10? They know 11th and 12th? I'll just give you one data, one figure.
Participants from 11th and
One data. Okay, this is 11th and 12th?
Yeah.
How many of you taken sciences? Raise your hand. That is 20%. How many of you taken commerce? How many of you taken humanities? So almost equal, right? I could see the number of students. Everybody has raised 5 times, for example. So in real life, the professions available for science students is not more than 20-25%. Profession available for commerce students not more than 30%. And as all the professions, they have some kind of liberal sciences or humanities. So the first decision we are taking while choosing the subject, we are just taking subjects which are not so relevant in future. That's the point number 1. Second point, one question I want to ask you again. What do you want to be in life? This is one question which he asks again and again and again. And you know how I tweak this question? I say, what do you want to do in life? So when I say what do you want to be in life, it means we are limiting ourselves one destination, the final destination. When we say what do you want to do in life, that is the path, journey. So journey is important, not the destination. So dear kids, very, very important. Let us live the life. Career is part of the life. Career is not the destination. Thank you.
Sir, I just would like to add one sentence here.
Sure.
Only. So when we are talking of stress, as rightly pointed out by ma'am, it is at every level. So now the stress in classes 10th, 11th and 12th is getting admission in a good institute, isn't it? And what happens in that institute? Say you reach IIT, the toppers of all the schools are going to be there. So your stress is going to be even more. So the point is not stress, the point is how to handle that stress, because it will be in each and every endeavor in our lives. And so when you said the role of the schools, here comes the role of the schools to equip our children how to handle these stresses which are going to emerge at different points of life.
Okay. So you must be aware now that it is your life, you have to enjoy it. So you should choose those subjects which are of your taste, which enhance your happiness, which give you satisfaction. And career, I think it is far away now. We will be choosing the career after 5 or 6 years. So you have time to think, to rethink, and then to choose someone. But now, madam, the most experienced ma'am, Anita Makkad, is with us. I would like to ask very simple question, but very important. That why schools are important, and that also regular schools are important, because nowadays there are some other schools which are not regular and you are going for coaching over there. But what is the benefits of a regular school?
Good morning to everyone. My dear children, just imagine if you were not in a regular school, what would have been the scenario? पढ़ाई लिखाई goal? Games nahi. I think children enjoy the most when they have the games period. They enjoy the most when they are with their friends. They enjoy the most when there is an interaction with the teachers. They can ask questions. Now, why regular schools? It's a very pertinent question, especially in today's context. You are in grade 10. Some of you must be hearing that some of your friends are going to dummy schools because they want to get into IITs or NEET. So what do these schools do? Just imagine you are again cooped up in a small 10 by 20 or 20 by 20 room with 50 or 60 children. A teacher comes, gives you assignments, you go back, you just do the assignments, try to crack those questions, but you don't have any support system. Because everyone there is competing. Nobody is collaborating. अब क्या होता है? In the school, you talk to each other, you discuss, there are group discussions, you learn so much from your peers. Life skills, which is in today's time, it is not only your academic score. It is your life skill which is going to give you a happiness in your life. If you do not know how to socially connect, how to share your feelings, you do not know how to negotiate tomorrow, you don't learn these things out of school. From where do you learn? You learn with your friends. You also must have. I know when we were children in your age group, we used to create our own games. Even at times you did not need any group leader to tell us that these are the rules of the games. We used to make the rules of the games. We used to create our own games. Today you leave 5, 6 or 10 children together. You will make your own game, isn't it? You would enjoy yourself. So what gives you that edge? That is the creativity. And today, in future, the time is of innovation and creation. And that can be done when you are confident, when you are not under stress. Today we are talking a lot about stress. We have talked about it. I wouldn't like to deliberate on it because stress को हम बहुत loosely अब बोलने लगे हैं. 3 साल का बच्चा भी कहते हैं मेरे को बहुत stress है. Why? Take it as a challenge. Every generation, every age group would have one or the other challenge. So let us take it, but then very important when you talk about why schools are important, here they learn what is their passion because they are exposed to various subjects, various skills, various activities. There they understand what do they want to do in life, what do they want to choose their career in life because career is also important. Today you become a businessman or you become an entrepreneur. So see this is schools are the sowing grounds. So here seeds are germinated. यहाँ से बनता है. And when we talk about, you are talking about coaching institutes and dummy schools, let me tell you, when I meet, because my old students are also in their 40s and late 30s, and they are doing so well. I give an example. One of the students, he met me and he said, ma'am, do you recognize me? I just couldn't because अब तो बड़े हो गए, दाढ़ी वाड़ी आ गई, सब कुछ है. So he said, ma'am, I used to be the naughtiest child and I used to speak a lot in my classes. Now I have made speaking as my career. So here in the school, you try to find out what do you want to do. Not only necessary that those who score 100% or 90% or 99%, they are only successful. No. Some of the best entrepreneurs are not the top scorers. They are the middle scorers because they were also involved in other activities. They were playing also, they were creating also. So that's why enjoy your life, and enjoy is not only playing and having a party and a fun. Enjoy your subjects. Enjoy creating, coming up with new ideas. That is the purpose of school life. Because this is the foundation of your life. These years are the foundation years.
Thank you, ma'am. And yes, it is very clear that schools provide us an environment for socialization, for learning social values. Rather, all other values are learned only in. Yes, teacher sir.
If I can just add one thing to what ma'am talked about. Ma'am shared with us how, what are the advantages of kind of being in a school. Let's understand from a higher education perspective. Because I know all of you are, whether you're in 9th, 10th, you will all move to 12th and then move out of 12th. Now when you move out of 12th, how do the universities select you? Gone are the days, if this session was happening in early 1990s or 2000, there were only 2 ways for the selection to happen in Indian universities. I'm not even talking about education institutions abroad. In India, there were only 2 ways. One was 12th class marks, so your 12th class marks could get you to college, or there were entrance exams. Now there is a third process. Third process is called holistic profile evaluation. Now, what do the universities ask for? Number one, your academics, all 4 years. Number one. Number two, what about your hobbies and interests? Have you done any internships, any leadership inside, outside school? What about community social responsibility? Have you done community work? No, sir, I didn't do any community work. Okay, what about art, music, debate, declamation contest, poetry recitation, musical instruments, vocals? No, sir. What about picnics? Camps, reading, hobbies? No, sir, I don't have any hobby because I was in a coaching institute preparing for 2 years. Next. Okay, once we're done with this, aptitude test. Then interview. Interview will be all about you, yourself, insightful questions, communication skills. You tell me if you're not in a regular school, who will give you a letter of recommendation? All teachers, they're supposed to give you a letter of recommendation. Then you write your essay, statement of purpose. Why am I here? Where am I? Then you produce your CV, your resume, and then all your extracurricular, co-curricular activities. Excuse me, that's where our country is moving. There are about 40 universities in India which simply select you on the lines of American universities. So those 40 will be out. Next, all about liberal education. That's going to be out. And slowly, the Indian higher education system is moving towards that kind of an evaluation. Very soon, you will also hear central universities, which is the entrance test, CUET, they are discussing, I'm not saying it's final, they are discussing how they can bring in some holistic development or interview possibilities. Because this year, we had a shocker. 22,000 students in CUET scored 100 percentile. That defeats the very purpose why CUET is being brought up. So we will talk about that later.
Thank you. Dear students, now if you have any question, because we are discussing your problem that you will likely to face in your future. If you have any question, if you have any suggestion or any audience on, you can speak out. If any child from 11th and 12th class wants to share any experience. Yes, why not? One thing is very clear, schools are very important and regular schools are more important. Second thing is that these schools provide us the opportunity to learn moral values, to learn social behavior, and yes, to prepare ourselves to manage the different challenges that we face in our life. What's the question? Who is there?
Their views, parents.
Okay.
Hello. Good morning, everybody. जैसा कि अभी आप सबने बताया कि रियली में बच्चों स्कूल, रेगुलर स्कूल बहुत जरूरी है। मैं इस चीज की मतलब आपको एक तरह से ये कह सकती हूँ कि मेरी बेटी जो 10th क्लास में थी, ठीक है ना, शी वाज इन ब्लूबेल स्कूल दैट टाइम, ठीक है। लेकिन अब जब मैंने उसका एडमिशन, क्योंकि शी स्कोर्ड 98-99%, बट मैंने उसका यही देख के कि मम्मा मुझे इंटरेस्ट है साइंस में, आई वांट टू गो फॉर नीट प्रिपरेशन, तो ओके, तो बेटा मैंने उनको क्या किया कि ठीक है बेटा आप क्या चाहते हो, तो बेटी ने ही मुझे सजेस्ट किया कि मम्मा ऐसे ऐसे बच्चे ना इंस्टीट्यूट में चाहते हैं, तो मैं वहाँ ही जाना चाहती हूँ। फिर हमने कहा ओके ठीक है, हमने उसका आकाश इंस्टीट्यूट में जो कि साउथ एक्स में है, मैंने वहाँ पे एडमिशन करवाया। देन अकॉर्डिंग टू पेरेंट्स, हमने जैसे बात की पेरेंट्स से भी, तो उन्होंने हमें सजेस्ट किया कि नहीं आप ना रेगुलर स्कूल में मत भेजिए बच्चे को, रेदर देन इट यू शुड सेंड हर एट डमी स्कूल्स जो कि दिल्ली में है, उसका आपको प्रेफरेंस मिलेगा। तो वी एक्सेप्टेड कि यस इतना टाइम स्कूल में बच्चा 3 से 4 जाएगा तो क्या पढ़ेगा, आने के बाद फिर मतलब टायर्ड फील करते हैं, यही होता है ना, तो यही हमने भी सोचा बच्चों, हमने उसको डमी स्कूल में भी करवा दिया। बट जो बच्चा 98-99% मार्क्स लेके आती थी बच्ची, उसका ग्राफ एकदम 11th क्लास में बिल्कुल डाउन चला गया। मैं ये नहीं कहूंगी कि क्या हुआ, बट कुछ तो हुआ था कि जो एकदम बच्ची मेरी नीचे चली गई। बाद में जब हमने उससे बात की तो उसने यही बताया कि मम्मी देयर वाज, आप 60 बच्चे हैं वहां पर, हमारे फ्रेंड्स जो पहला ग्रुप था वो सब हट गया, हमें एक नया ग्रुप मिला, नए ग्रुप में भी बिल्कुल अलग अलग बच्चे, ठीक है, तो उनका जो सोशल टचअप था स्कूल से वो सब तो छूट गया।
नए बच्चे आए, वहाँ पे कोई इंट्रोडक्शन नहीं होता, वहाँ पे कोई आपके साथ कोई पार्टी नहीं होती कि बच्चों को गेट टुगेदर करवाए जाए, कि बच्चों को आपस में तो मिलवा। वहाँ पे कोई भी बच्चा कैसे भी बैठ के पीछे बैठा हुआ है बच्चा, उनके पास फोन है, वो फोन लेके यूज कर रहे हैं। क्लास में टीचर है, एक टीचर है एंड 60-70 बच्चे बैठे हुए हैं।
थोड़ा सा ब्रीफ हो जाए।
हाँ जी,
आपकी हेल्प करता
इतना
हूँ,
टाइम इन्होंने भी नहीं लिया।
आपकी हेल्प करता हूँ। एक ना एजुकेशन में एक वर्ड है पेडागोजी।
यस,
तो हम उस पेडागोजी को कन्वर्ट कर देते हैं वर्ड को, एक है पीरागोजी, पीर एजुकेशन। सो पीरागोजी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, पेडागोजी लेस इंपॉर्टेंट है। पॉइंट नंबर 1। सेकंड, दूसरे जो स्ट्रेस की बात कर रहे हैं, अनिता मैम ने बड़ा अच्छा वर्ड दिया। स्ट्रेस नहीं है, उनको चैलेंज बोलते हैं। तो बच्चे को चैलेंज सारी उम्र
देखो सर, फेस तो करनी पड़ती है चैलेंजेस।
थैंक यू मैम।
देखिए,
आपने क्या
ट्वेल्थ के बाद क्या हुआ?
नहीं, इसके बाद मैं बेटा यही बताना चाहती हूँ कि प्लीज डोंट गो फॉर फाइनल। मैंने बेटा इसको 11th क्लास में जब उससे डिस्कस किया तो मुझे पता चला कि कोई वहाँ पे केयर नहीं करता। आपके टेस्ट कंडक्ट होते हैं बट कोई रिजल्ट उसका डिस्कस नहीं होता, नो वन नोस, ठीक है ना। तो मैंने क्या किया, उस बच्चे को वहाँ से क्विट निकाल लिया मैंने कि भाई मुझे नहीं आगे बच्चे को करवाना। एंड उसके बाद मैंने उसका रेगुलर स्कूल 12th क्लास में ब्लू बेल्स में ही दोबारा एडमिशन करवाया। अब मेरी जो बच्ची बिल्कुल डाउन सी हो गई थी, शी इज पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन ईच एंड एवरी एक्टिविटी एंड नाउ हर ग्राफ इज एट द टॉप। और वो अपनी क्लास में टॉप नंबर पे आ गई।
देखिए, हम रियल लाइफ से कितने एक्सपीरियंसेस देख सकते हैं। दिस इज वन एग्जांपल। आप लोग जो सिर्फ किताबी कीड़ा बन के जिंदगी को समझते हैं कि बहुत अच्छे बन जाएंगे, मुझे लगता है वो शायद गलती कर रहे हैं। आप किताबें खूब पढ़िए, लेकिन बच्चों आपस में दोस्ती बनाना, खेलना, नई नई बातें सोचना, क्रिएटिव थिंकिंग से कहते हैं, क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग, गलत क्या है ठीक क्या है इसके बारे में सोचना, और सबसे बड़ी बात पेरेंट्स के साथ और टीचर के साथ शेयर करना। हम कभी कभी शेयर नहीं करते, पता नहीं क्या इनहिबिशंस हैं, हम अपने तक सीमित रहते हैं। इफ यू डिस्कस इट विद योर पेरेंट्स, इफ यू डिस्कस इट विद योर टीचर्स, you will get proper guidance. And yes, schools again is a place where you can guidance from 45 to 50 teachers. किसी से आपकी दोस्ती है, किसी से आपका प्यार है, किसी की आप इज्जत करते हैं, वो भी आपको उसी तरह से ठीक गाइड करेंगे। So schools are very important. And if there is any question.
First thing, I really appreciate this terminology of pre and post, which is transformative.
Okay.
The one thing. Another thing, the thing that you are touching now is very crucial, which is बच्चे share किससे करें. So have any one of you watched Aspirant by TBF? So everybody requires Sandeep Bhaiya. And if you have Sandeep Bhaiya, so it becomes, you will be compelled to share your things, right? So I think if you can just light on this strategy, how can I find my Sandeep Bhaiya, so that I can share everything before I commit anything which is not required to one thing. And I appreciate all the statements of yours and story of yours, because I can connect with all those things. कि कोई student आता है and they are contacting you. So my teacher is sitting here, so I contacted him. And I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've been in learning and development, creating content and experiential learning, all of those things. But I think this would be very important to understand how can I find my Sandeep Bhaiya at a comfort shoulder. That would be great.
Okay.
Question only.
Don't.
Very brief question, please. Very brief. No comments. No comments.
So dear students, one thing I would like to share with you, that every child is a different child and every child is a unique child. Every child is a unique child. So सब किसी का, जो कपिल शर्मा का शो देखते हो ना, वो बोलता हाँ जी।
You were saying that enjoyment in a particular subject, this is the function mainly which is dependent on the quality of it. This I have. And then number two, you were saying something about 100% examination and this out, but remember the seats for scheduled caste and other caste remain unfilled. this remains.
So, any other question? And preferably from children.
Learn to ask questions.
Yes, that is very important.
Any question.
मत सोचो कि कोई
From participants. Okay, okay, बच्चे. You ask a question. Actually, it is being implemented. So, part of that has been implemented. But implementation of policy is different thing that relates to with teachers. But you are going to get new opportunities. Yes, flexibility is there. If you score less marks in one examination,
Her question would be, you're in 10, so it's not going to change in the next year. So you would follow the same system.
the examination system.
And a central policy has to be supplemented by states implementing it. Karnataka brought it last year, but they have removed it this year, okay? Because of the government shift. So 24 elections will come in and then the central government will implement, but we don't know when it's going to be implemented, okay? So you don't have to worry about any big change coming in your way, okay?
Just in a year or 2 years.
Okay.
That is the worry.
Any other question? बच्चों तुम्हारे लिए किया है सब कुछ, पूछ लो कुछ.
So I'll just say one line. Similarly, just like career guidance, it has to be brought in every school of the country. Similarly, behavioral counseling, emotional well-being, mental health has to be part and parcel of each school, okay? So that's one option. So therefore, so it should be a very safe environment created for a student. Number one, confidentiality. There is no judgment. There is no biases. So the student can feel comfortable going to someone. That's one possibility. Second, as we pointed out, you also pointed out, you can reach out to your teachers. But the most important piece, even if the schools create this infrastructure, students have to bond with their parents. If that bond is gone, so then that means you can't. If you can't find, if not a friend, at least a friendly conversation. That's one. Second, this can be an older sibling. This can be a younger sibling that you can talk to. This can be your best friend. This could be anyone, a relative. But I'm not advocating go out immediately. I am saying there are safe places inside that could be a lot of help to you. And then Ms. Makar will add.
Just to add on to this question was how to find my Sandeep Bhaiya. In case you don't have somebody very close in the family, every school has a counselor. So counselor is not a taboo anymore. पहले होता था कि ओहो ये बच्चा counselor के पास जा रहा है. Find a teacher in your school who can. Every teacher is a counselor here. Every teacher is a counselor, and then also there are counselors in a school, and they are your confidants. Express your fears. Express your anxieties. Don't bottle them up. That is my advice to everyone, and find out in whom you can trust. कौन ऐसा है जिसको आप अपने मन की बात कह सकते हो? आपकी मम्मी है, पापा हैं, कजन है, सिबलिंग है? नहीं, घर पे आजकल न्यूक्लियर फैमिलीज हैं, तो अगर नहीं है तो टीचर्स आपके हैं. So trust your teachers. They are your best well-wishers. That's what I wanted to add on to it.
Another thing, children, before taking a decision, let us see what is the definition of success. Okay, we were discussing before this panel discussion that for young children of your age group, success these days is fast money, isn't it? A job where we can immediately earn money. We are not worried about the quality and the mental satisfaction we will get when we are working there. Going to what the parent here said, have we ever seen how many children they get into their dream colleges after attending the so-called coaching institutes? Just analyze the data, not even more than 10%. Not even 10%, less than 5%.
If I can.
I'll just give you a data. This year, there were 17.7 lakhs children who appeared for IIT JEE. And all those were going to coaching institutes. Out of 17.7 lakhs, there are only 1 lakh of seats in the entire country, including all the IITs, including private colleges. Now just think of it. 16.7 lakhs children, where are they? So that is not your guarantee. So please be rational, know yourself, know your potential, then accordingly choose your career.
And out of this, if I can add, out of the seats that ma'am is talking about, we are only talking about 16,000 IIT seats all over the country. And if you remove all the other reservations, general category, only 7,400 seats entire country. And out of 7,400 all IIT seats, only 600 seats for computer science. Only 600 top seats out of IIT Advanced Computer Science. And that's why I was talking about that, as ma'am talked about a huge number, 17 lakh plus. Why are we getting into this career? Because we don't know what else to do with physics, chemistry, math. What are the other career opportunities within the science domain?
Also, since we were talking about the importance of coaching institutes, let me tell you children that 52% of the IITians who got into IIT, 52% of them have not taken any formal coaching. It's 48%.
Okay, this is something new. 52%
have not taken any coaching.
Yes.
It's their self-study, it's what they've studied at their schools, and it's only 48% who have taken coaching. You can find this for yourselves.
No, I have an example in my school itself.
Yes. And my thought.
Any other question? Okay. You just ask. Beta,
There's a girl.
आपका क्वेश्चन
I will interrupt, please. We have Dr. Nagpal, the psychologist. He is on the screen. You can see it in front. You will be able to see it in the front.
Ma'am, you can see it.
Yes. Yeah, Dr. Nagpal, you can speak on.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Thank you so much for bearing on this. I can only say heartfelt congratulations for having taken up such a invigorative and timely and crucial theme to be heard from the eyes of the students and of course the experts and the pedagogical leaders from our national capital in Gurgaon. So really thank Pratap Singh Saab to have taken this initiative, and most importantly congratulations to our adolescent warriors, I would say, who are actually shaping the nation by their own leadership in the background of the NEP 2020. I'm honored to be in the midst of esteemed panelists over here. A very short exposition to the whole idea. There's no doubt that with about, I am talking only the adolescents who are vulnerable, and we keep hearing daily, and we've had the unfortunate news of the 26th case at Kota in 2023. The adolescents constitute, we all know, more than 30 crores of our population, 30 crores. Just keep it in mind, we nearly are competing with the entire American population when we talk of the adolescent population only in our country. Now that's a population after COVID, whatever the national and the global research has told us, we are heading for a mental health disaster more than a post-COVID one, right? Because about 15 to 20% of our adolescents from 10 to 19 years are now in need for being understood, apart from understanding the environment. They need to be understood, they need to be heard, they need to be seen from their verbal and non-verbal expressions. I've been able to hear a few lines of our students here and the experts. I completely endorse. First of all, let's look at a three-tier system. We're not going into details of the data. We know very well that we are the highest in suicides in the world at the moment. We are probably the highest in potential of drug abuse happening post-COVID area. And now, because both the substance use, the pressures of academics, and the isolation of communication and conversations at home, the involvement in the social media, and also the lack of emotional validation coming as part of the developmental milestones of adolescence, I think we really need to reach out. We really need to reach out, and schools are the most, I would say, the potent and the most commonly available platforms to bring people together. Even the parents and the non-community around where were not directly involved with the school. That community, the parents, apart from the ecosystem of the school, where teachers and students coexist. So, if the school can take up as a constantly ongoing dialogue on mental health issues, I'm happy to announce that this year's theme of the National Adolescent Summit by CBSE in December is actually the life skills, mental health and safety of our students across the country. So you all should be participating in that, and I'm sure the recommendations coming from this meeting today will be a very important turning point to even the NCPCR. Today afternoon, I was wanting to share this. There is a very important and crucial meeting by the National Commission of Child Rights on the quota issue. The guidelines are ready. The fundamental basic initiation of conversations and more dialogues from the eyes of the adolescent is most important. So what is happening in the CCA school today is a phenomenon that should happen in every school on a quarterly basis. If that sounds too much, at least on a half-yearly basis. Second, involve parents in this. Third, involve community leaders who are likely to echo the sentiments at the higher level, at the DEO and the DHO levels, so that it involves the district authorities as well as the state authorities. I'm talking about the long-term plan. Short term is, I know that one counselor or two counselors are not enough. Not because problems are more, let me tell you. Because we need to create a happy climate. And for that, every teacher is the best counselor, more than the counselors, right? But the counselors in the school can do a wonderful job by creating that positive mental health climate. By programs, by workshops, by Yuva Sanshads, which the CBSE is planning to do. Why not have youth parliaments on mental health, led by the students? Let there be orators, championships on mental health issues led by the students. We know we will be participating in multiple events across the board throughout the year. The time has come to raise our emotional, social and emotional learning as a platform also. Very rare, very rare. I had the privilege to go to about 5 states in the country for the G20 program, and we met about more than 2,000.
May I interrupt Dr. Nagpal? Yesterday you were mentioning about the age factor, the age gap between the competitors for NEET. What you mentioned was that could you clarify that please?
Yeah, in fact, coming to that only, when we look at the vulnerable group now, apart from the climate build-up that the schools have to do on a more multidisciplinary and an intensive manner, the vulnerable group seems to be the highest 14 to 18 years, let me tell you that. And if you by chance happen to analyze, decode the quota data, if you see the quota data in the last 7 years, more than 115 have happened already, 7 years, and this year is 26. A large majority, have a look at it again, are even this year minor children. That means below 18 years. The kids who move on to college, actually the bell curve comes down over the years, and 2022 is the least. So why is it that the 14 to 19 group is the most vulnerable? There are factors which define the family distancing and the expectations from the family when they move out to places like Kota. Secondly, there is a huge gap between the attempters at the Kota institutes. For example, the people who are writing the joint entrance and the NEET exams, the first attempters would be the ones who are already in school, and they are actually moving to Kota, carrying on in the dummy schools wherever they come from. Now that is the group most vulnerable because they are torn apart between their schooling, the board exam, and the coaching at Kota. The second category is ones who have probably given 3-4 attempts or 2 attempts. So they are beyond 18-19 years. So the gap between the first attempt and the multiple attempt student at Kota could be as much as 5 to 6 years. So the seniors who are there, they are gatekeeping. They are gatekeeping for the purpose of mental health of the juniors who come there for the first time, right from maybe sometimes at 9th, 10th, which is not acceptable. Why should a 9th, 10th and 11th student be at Kota? Why should the student not be at the school? And what is happening to the school in terms of his board exams? Are these not areas where the emotional milestones of the students are torn apart? And what are the parents doing in terms of pushing the kids to go to quota or even giving them permission? And
Thank you, Dr.
scenario is
Nagpal.
totally different.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, so nice of you. Kindly give him a big hand, please. You take her now. You can stay online, Nagpal. Madhusani, all yours.
So, thanks for the patient hearing and congratulations to all of you once again.
Let me.
Final comment before you leave, ma'am.
Mr. Nagpal was there and he was telling you the facts that in such institutes.
Madhusani, two people are leaving. Final comment from them before they leave.
Dr. Nagpal, quota is now everywhere, all around the country.
Yes.
It's not only in Rajasthan. So this is, of course, quota, because children have to understand that this is the difference between a coaching institute, a school, and the board examinations. Now, my request also to you is to sensitize since you are in that committee, it's very important. The schools have their regulations. You have to set up a primary school, you have 100 regulations. But if you have to set up a coaching institute, there is not a single regulation. So those regulations, of course, everyone has to be self-regulated. But I would request you to ensure that there are certain regulations for them also. Thank you.
The family and family reach out if possible to the school apart from community work. We'll certainly keep that in mind, and I'm sure today afternoon meeting I'll love to go to your question as well as the certain pointers which have been raised here. We are having the meeting with the National Commission. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So I think
I can just share a couple of things. The young girl there asked, how do we build up personality, okay? Yeah, I'm answering your question. So we come to school, you go whichever school you go to. There's one part that has to be study your subjects. Okay? Studying your subjects not just from rote learning and one day writing the exam to get marks. No, that's not study. Study, like for example, something like, say you study economics or math, okay? Then I'm not only studying my books, I'm also trying to study economists, okay? What Raghuram Rajan talked about. Then maybe taking part in an economics competition, then a startup competition, then doing some online certification. It's investment in that subject, some depth. Why? Because of depth you get to know, do you want to take this subject at the highest level? Okay? Next is some part of the day has to be in activities in school. Now, whatever activities that you like, so it can be sports, it can be other activities in the school. Now that's shaping up your communication skills, it's taking that fear of stage fright, it's also kind of, helping you bond with people. You're also experiencing your personality, it's an evolution, right? Plus then you go home. There is some part of the day that has to be, whether you're bonding with a pet or you're bonding with your brother, sister, or you're bonding with your family, and you're lucky if you have grandparents at home. Okay? Oh my God, you're the luckiest. So some part of bonding, communication. Why? Because you and I cannot stay in vacuum. So that's important. And then there'll be certain things. My request to all you young ones, you have no idea. You are, I will call you, you're the entitled ones. I mean, imagine you're listening to all of us, you say, there are millions of people or young students who don't even have food to take or. So if you can take part in some community service projects, it's a part of giving. Okay? So all this is great. And all these hobbies, maybe you find a career in any of these hobbies. If you don't find a career, this could be a passport to a college. If nothing else, it's a sense of well-being. All the best.
Thank you.
Still we can take one or two questions more from her. But पूछिए आप पूछिए
मैं एक छोटा सा केस स्टडी
बच्चों को जरा एक मिनट सुन लो क्या कहना चाहते हैं. Have you read new education policy?
Beta, don't bother about new education policy.
Because if you know it,
for us.
only then we can discuss it.
We will let you know. Don't worry about that.
But I think class should be there for this child that he knows about everything. This is all. Yes. What's your question? Please listen.
You earlier mentioned about the bond between parents and their children, that it should be there so that you have a school function in the future. So what if there are children who do not share such a good bond with their parents, but they do share it with their friends or their best friends, but the bond they share with their friends is considered that तुम्हारा लेवल तुम्हारे friends तक का ये तो तुम एक particular सही चीज तक नहीं सोच पाओगे. So what do we do about that?
So, a very good question, I must tell you.
Yes, बच्चे
You know,
बहुत
this is-
तालियां बज जाएंगी.
Yes. So, this is, I think, the question was to parents. You are underestimating our kids. Right? Am I right?
Yes.
So, I have one case study to share with you. I have a daughter. She is in university now. She just completed university and picked up a job. In India, any girl is born, right, middle class family, girl is going to be a doctor. And any son is born, he is going to be engineer. My daughter also saying same thing from her childhood. I am going to be a doctor. You know why? Because everybody in my family are saying, Navya is the name, Navya is going to be a doctor. So what did I do? Because I am the principal of the school and she was a student also, I have something called internship program. So whosoever is interested to become doctor, out of how many are interested to be doctor? 1, 2, 3. I request Nirmal ma'am, send all these kids for some kind of internship to any hospital for 3 days to shadowing the doctors. So I sent my doctor to Shelby Hospital in Ahmedabad along with a group of 30 students, all wanted to be a doctor. After 3 days, when she came back, she said one thing. I don't want to be a doctor. And this was end of 10th class. And we had already filled the application to the school that my first priority is physics, chemistry and biology. And then, now she has chosen not to be a doctor. I said, what next? She said, I do not know. And let me tell you, I appreciate it. I said, it's okay to be confused. Let us take some time. You will decide. She took 6 months to decide. Oh, I am good at math, I am good at physics, chemistry I don't like, biology I don't want to study. Now what next? Let us start some kind of subject with these two and then we will decide. And I must tell you, she is very successful. Reason being, I did not force her to choose the subject which my wife liked or I liked or my mother-in-law liked. Be doctor. Right? Therefore, openness. Speak to your parents are your friends, let me tell you. And they are the only friends.
But these students don't accept them as friends.
Any good well-wisher, any well-wisher in your family are your parents.
I can see the expression on that girl's face. Maybe she doesn't have that connect better, but it is the point is there that your same age group will give you similar suggestions. But you have teachers, you have grown-up cousins. There are many people who are going to establish that collective. Feel comfortable to share with them. So it's always good to share rather than to keep it aside. Because more the number of people you will talk to, you are going to get more experience.
Madam, please ask us. Yes.
How can we convince our parents to not send us to the coaching center?
Okay, better. So I will answer that like Surendra sir shared his example. I also have a similar example. There has to be some guidance. Person who is going to guide you regarding competitive exam. But I have an opposite experience in my school. Many a times parents come and say, ma'am, we do not want to leave the school. But my child says, I cannot manage the pressure, stress, the word that which we have been talking about. So it is not stress, it's a challenge. And believe you me, your hard work is the most important thing. If you are focused, nobody can stop it. There have been a number of examples, case studies, where children not going to coaching center, managing their studies on their own, along with performing in the number of activities in the school, have done well. Well, again, like I said, what is the definition of success? Means they have got admission in the college of their choice. So there is no hard and fast correlation that going to coaching will increase your chances. There are examples where without coaching also, a parent came and met me last week, sir.
The younger child has done 12th last year, but the elder daughter is in Rohtak Medical College from our school only, and he came and said, "Ma'am, my daughter did not attend coaching for even a single day." So your motivation is very important, children. You have a number of platforms available these days, online also, and a number of other places which can guide you. But you have to be clear and you have to be focused. We have to move away from the distractions. So if you attend an online class and from that online class you move to online gaming, then who is going to be responsible for that? So that social media, that that focus has to come from within.
I think there are so many problems with the kids. Yes, but फिर हम खत्म करेंगे last question.
Good afternoon, ma'am. The society we live in is a biased society where science students are considered to be smart. How do we get on top of that too?
Before ma'am answers, let me just give a statement, then ma'am can take up. What do people do after BTech? Majority MBA. So what is that field? That is commerce. So remember that. You are going to IITs, you are doing engineering BTech, but you feel your education is incomplete till the time you don't do MBA. So that is just a misnomer.
It's not necessary that all the time you are smart because of science.
Yes.
Most of the IAS are from humanities.
Yes.
Political science and public administration. Most of the time. IAS officers, IPS officers. Why to be crazy about this science? Yes, science is also important, but you must have taste for that. You must have taste for that.
It's very important to know what you are good at, and you have to make that everybody convinced about who you are, what you want to do. We just had this beautiful example of this parent, and today I am sure there are a lot of parents here. I would certainly like to address them on the basis of what ma'am has just shared with all of us, that along with children, even parents need to take that risk. That's very important. And also they need to know that saving the child is more important rather than saving that money that must have gone into that 2 years coaching, but you decided to withdraw your child from there and let her do what she wanted to do. So you all have to have your convictions. If you are not convinced about what you want to do, you'll remain like that, because there is no such thing about doctors. And see, in our country now we have a lot of doctors and engineers. We are exporting maximum number of doctors and engineers to the world, but we do not have writers. We do not have poets. We do not have orators. We do not have good leaders. So I'm sure you are all in making.
मेरे बच्चे, तू ही तो मेरा सब कुछ है, तू ही है मेरा संसार, खूब नाम कमाएगा, मेरे सपनों को तू ही तो करेगा साकार। हमारे माता पिता की भावनाएं भी कुछ कुछ इसी तरह से सामने आती हैं। अभी जीवन का और सपनों का मतलब भी ठीक से नहीं समझा होता कि उन्हें पूरा करने की जिम्मेदारी आ जाती है। नमस्कार, आज मैं मिथांश गुप्ता कक्षा 10वीं का छात्र आप सभी के समक्ष करियर बनाम जीवन इस विषय पर अपने विचार प्रस्तुत करने जा रहा हूं। आज युवा की परिस्थिति को देखते हुए सचमुच इस विषय पर विचार मंथन की आवश्यकता है। उपनिषद हमें चरैवेति के द्वारा हानि लाभ की परिस्थिति में चलते रहना सिखाते हैं। हमारी संस्कृति सद्गुणों को, जीवन मूल्यों को सर्वोच्च स्थान देती आई है, जिसके बलबूते पर हम विश्व गुरु थे। विद्या धनम सर्वधनम प्रधानम कहते हुए हम विद्या रूपी धन को सबसे अधिक महत्व देते आए हैं। तो आज क्यों शिक्षा और अमूल्य जीवन का आकलन हम करियर के आधार पर करते हैं? आज क्यों भौतिकतावाद, अधिक पैसा कमाना हमारी प्रथम प्राथमिकता बन चुका है? क्यों हमें इस भ्रम में रखा जाता है कि हम स्वतंत्र हैं अपना करियर, अपना भविष्य चुनने के लिए, जबकि हम अपने माता पिता के सपनों, समाज की सोच और साथियों की संग प्रतिस्पर्धा की बेड़ियों में इस तरह से जकड़े हुए हैं कि हमारा सांस लेना भी मुश्किल हो जाता है और हम बिना सोचे समझे अपने इस अमूल्य जीवन को नष्ट करने का निर्णय ले लेते हैं। ये सचमुच सोचने का विषय है कि आधुनिक शिक्षा हमारे विकास को सर्वांगीण बना रही है या फिर एक अच्छे भले मनुष्य को मशीन बना रही है। सद्गुण युक्त संस्कार जिस शिक्षा पद्धति का अंग नहीं, वह शिक्षा शिक्षा नहीं शब्दों का एक मात्र चित्र है जिसमें कोई रंग नहीं। आज की भौतिकतावादी सोच और कुकुरमुर्ती की तरह उग रहे ट्यूशन और कोचिंग सेंटरों ने हमें भेड़चाल चलने पर मजबूर कर दिया है। योग्यता ना हो, रुचि ना हो, परंतु फिर भी कोचिंग करनी है। हमारी नई शिक्षा नीति हमें हमारी योग्यता और रुचि के अनुसार उज्जवल भविष्य की अपार संभावनाएं प्रदान करती है, परंतु हमारा समाज और अभिभावक आज भी शिक्षा को एक ऐसी इमारत के रूप में देते हैं जो कि गारंटी डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर, सीएस आदि के सपने को पूरा करे। मैं मानता हूं कि बेहतर करियर हम सभी चाहते हैं, लेकिन अगर योग्यता ना हो, रुचि ना हो और यदि हम किसी के दबाव में आकर वह करियर ले भी लेते हैं तो हम कभी भी उसमें तरक्की नहीं कर पाएंगे। ये दबाव का ही तो नतीजा है जो 2022 से जनवरी 2023 तक कोटा में 22 छात्रों की मृत्यु हो गई। आईआईटी व अन्य केंद्रीय संस्थानों में 2014 से 2021 तक 122 छात्रों ने आत्महत्या की। आज का युवा मानसिक रूप से इतना कमजोर हो चुका है कि यदि मनपसंद करियर चुनने के बावजूद भी उसे अपेक्षित फल ना मिले तो प्रयास करने के स्थान पर वह अपने अमूल्य जीवन को नष्ट करने का निर्णय बड़ी आसानी से ले लेता है, और जिसके प्रमुख कारण हैं शैक्षणिक दबाव, अकेलापन, वित्तीय चिंताएं, परिवार का दबाव। इस विषय की गंभीरता को पूरे विश्व में जाना है, इसलिए प्रतिवर्ष 10 अक्टूबर को मानसिक दिवस मनाया जाता है। मनोदर्पण आत्मनिर्भर भारत की अच्छी पहल है। अंत में मैं यही कहना चाहूंगा जो भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने भगवत गीता के 6 अध्याय के 5 श्लोक में कहा है कि निराशा और मानसिक दुविधा से निकलने के लिए हमारा सबसे शक्तिशाली सहायक हमारा आत्मबल होता है। उत्तरेत आत्मानं न आत्मानं अवसादयेत आत्मैव हि आत्मनो बंधु आत्मैव रिपुरात्मनः। अर्थात हमारा मन ही हमारा सबसे बड़ा मित्र और शत्रु है जो कि हमें आशा या निराशा की ओर लेकर चलता है। अतः सबसे पहले हमें अपने मन को काबू में करना है। एक श्रेष्ठ देश वही है जहां का युवा भावनात्मक और मानसिक रूप से सशक्त हो। आज मौजूदा शिक्षा नीति में विकास की आवश्यकता है। जब सद्गुण युक्त शिक्षा एक शक्तिशाली व्यक्तित्व बनाएगी तब जीवन की कोई समस्या जीवन को ना हरा पाएगी, जीवन को ना हरा पाएगी, जीवन को ना हरा पाएगी।
Now we have Shifa Iqbal, 14E from CCS School. Have you all watched the movies 3 Idiots and Dangal? I'm sure almost all of us have, and will agree that both are truly inspirational life stories, isn't it? But one question still arose for the young generation. From the dialogue, all is well, to medalist पेट पर नहीं उगते, उन्हें बनाना पड़ता है प्यार से, मेहनत से और लगन से. So what is more important, life or career? A very good morning to the gracious presence. Today I, Shifa Iqbal, feel privileged for this wonderful opportunity to put forth my thoughts on the most talked about topic of every house, life or career. The first cry of a child announces happiness, but only for a moment. Then the parents' dreams are attached along with the unfulfilled aspirations of the family. You know, Shakespeare had rightly said, all the world is a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. This role play starts since the morning, as a good child, then as a good student, a helpful friend, a dependable sibling, a good scorer in academics, amid the continuous, challenging noises of NEP, CUET, JEE, NEET, CAT and CLAT. But the real challenge comes when after all of this hard work, still the child is unable to have his or her chosen career. Because India is a land of numbers. Here, the selection process is elimination of the good. The truth about life is, if career is good, your life is beautiful. And to make your life comfortable, you must have a career. Unfortunately, more than 20 students committed suicide this year in the city of Kota. deemed to be the final doorway to become an engineer or a doctor. Of course, there are success stories, but behind this relentless pursuit of excellence, questions linger. How many dreams lie shattered, and how many lives are sacrificed at this altar of ambition? This coaching per se is not bad, but dependence on it leads to a crippled child who is unable to stand without the crutches. It is meant to fill the gaps and not to have an assembly line of thousands of students where there are more defective pieces than the complete ones. These impersonal coaching centers can't teach the students how to deal with the personal problems of lethargy, temptation, and procrastination. Whereas the personal touch by a teacher in the form of appreciation, pat on the back, timely reprimands, and the much needed counseling act as a tonic for the morale boosting. Life. It is very easy to advise balance in life and career, when the fact is that life is just a carrier of your career. The question here is not of those successful geniuses or the blessed lot who've defined the ultimate utopia of career. This is the serious matter of concern for those average and below, for whom living is surviving to have a career, where experiential learning is no way an academic earning, where a skill-based subject has no promising earning object. Careers are not barriers to your life, and on the opposite, they are the roads on which your life plays out and is enjoyed. So build your own dreams, your own career, or someone else will hire you to build theirs. The choice is yours. Thank you.
Now we have Arika Lal, 25E from Sun City School, Sector 54.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed judges, fellow participants and respected teachers, today I, Arika Lal of Sun City School, stand before you to delve into a topic that has been a subject of great debate and contemplation in our lives. The perpetual tug of war between our career aspirations and our personal lives. It's a struggle that many of us have faced, and one that continues to shape our decisions and priorities. Is it our careers that define us? Or is it the richness of our personal lives that truly matter? This question has perplexed generations, and in the next few minutes, I will attempt to shed some light on this age-old conundrum. Let's begin with the pursuit of a successful career. In today's competitive world, where advancement and prosperity are often associated with professional achievements, the idea of a thriving career is alluring. We are constantly told to dream big, work hard, and climb the corporate ladder. Our educational system is designed to prepare us for successful careers, and society often measures our worth by our professional accomplishments. And yes, there's no denying that a fulfilling career can bring immense satisfaction, financial stability, and a sense of purpose to our lives. However, the pursuit of a career should not come at the cost of our personal lives. Imagine a scenario where we're entirely consumed by our jobs, working long hours and sacrificing precious moments with our loved ones. The result might be a thriving career, but at what price? Loneliness, stress, and a sense of emptiness often accompany such a relentless pursuit. As the saying goes, no one on their deathbed ever wished they had spent more time at the office. This underscores the importance of maintaining a balance between career and personal life. On the other hand, our personal life plays a pivotal role in defining who we are as individuals. Our families, friends, and personal experiences provide the emotional support, love, and joy that sustains us through life's challenges. Our personal lives are a sanctuary where we can be ourselves, away from the demands and pressures of the professional world. These are the moments that create memories, build relationships, and give our lives true meaning. Yet, it's essential to acknowledge that too narrow a focus on personal life can have its drawbacks as well. Neglecting one's career aspirations can lead to financial instability and missed opportunities for personal growth. The key lies in striking a balance, as this equilibrium allows us to lead a fulfilling life, rich with both personal and professional achievements. So, how exactly do we strike this balance? It begins with setting priorities and managing our time effectively. It means valuing our personal relationships and carving out times for our loved ones amidst our busy schedules. It also means recognizing the importance of self-care and mental well-being, which are essential for both our career and our personal life. Moreover, we must redefine success. Success is not solely about reaching the pinnacle of our careers. It's about achieving a harmonious blend of professional and personal fulfillment. It's about creating a life that we don't need a vacation from, where every aspect of our existence contributes to the happiness and well-being. In conclusion, the debate between career and life is not a binary choice. It's a delicate dance that requires finesse and conscious effort. A flourishing career and a rich personal life are not mutually exclusive. They can coexist in harmony. It's up to each one of us to navigate this journey and find our unique balance. So, as we stand at the crossroads of career and life, let us remember that life is not merely a checklist of achievements, nor is it an endless race to the top. It's a tapestry woven from the threads of our personal and professional experiences. And it's up to us to create a masterpiece that we can proudly call our own. Balancing career and life is an art, and I believe that with mindfulness, determination, and a clear sense of purpose, we can all become skilled artists in this beautiful tapestry of existence. Thank you.
Now we have Shivani Nair, 26E from Red Roses School.
Esteemed organizers, luminaries from education, honorable judges, respected mentors and my dear friends. Charles Handy says, competition is healthy, but there is more to life than just winning, or we should all be losers. Is this a vision of a healthy and happy life? From where we stand today, the pursuit of a successful career has become the ultimate goal for many, often at the cost of a meaningful and fulfilling life. As the main stakeholder, the protagonist beneficiary, and sometimes the sad victim, standing at confusing crossroads. Before you, I invite you to ponder over this pressing issue that confronts us, the battle between living versus career. In a fast-paced world, younger minds are constantly bombarded with the thought that their worth is intrinsically tied to their employability. The pressure to excel academically, to secure a lucrative job, and to maintain an impeccable social image has reached unprecedented levels. But at what cost? The pressure to perform in schools and colleges has led to a disturbing rise in student suicides. According to a report by the National Crime Records Bureau in India, over 10,000 students committed suicide in 2019. These are not mere numbers, they represent dreams crushed under the weight of societal expectations. The intense competition and unrelenting pressure to prove oneself as the best often results in an atmosphere of despair. Performance at coaching institutes to gain admission to professional courses in prestigious national universities has added to the already stressful life of the youngsters. Numerous suicides, even at these institutions, scream of the apathy of an educational system that places success above mental well-being. The stigma of non-performance is so high that taking the extreme step becomes easier. A life gets extinguished. What is a colossal waste? But it continues as it is. I would like to thank the organizers for giving the opportunity to all stakeholders to brainstorm and juggle out a way forward. As we underscore the gravity of this issue, let me quote famously John Lennon, who once said, "Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. When we obsessively chase our careers, we often forget how to truly live. We forget the simple joys of our life, like the laughter of friends, the warmth of family, and the beauty of a sunrise. So it's the duty of every parent, teacher, and individual that we should establish robust emotional support system and ensure that every child has access to counseling services. There should also be a balanced approach to education that emphasizes not only academic success but also mental well-being. Slogans like "Live for today, plan for tomorrow" should remind us that a fulfilling life is a balance between chasing our ambitions and cherishing the moments that make life worth living. Success is not solely defined by the degrees we hold or the titles we acquire, but by the happiness and contentment we find along the way. In conclusion, we must acknowledge the root cause of the pressure cooker environment and strive for a society that values each individual, encourages personal growth, and knows that life doesn't come at the expense of career itself. Remember, life is too precious to be merely a stepping stone to a career. It is a beautiful journey in itself. Thank you and have a nice day.
The last participant for the day is Arpit Gupta, 2018, from Sharda International School.
Respected jury and my dear friends, kindly look at me. Do I look happy or stressed? Let me tell you. I am a student of class 10 and I belong to an average middle class family. And like any other middle class family, my parents have a lot of expectations from me and from my younger brother. The least they expect from me is that I become an engineer and fulfill their dreams and their aspirations. Sir, ma'am, what about my dreams and my aspirations? Do I even have a right to dream and aspire? Greetings, jury members and my fellow contestants. Today, we all are here to talk on the burning issue, career versus life. As a student, this is not just a topic, but a harsh reality which I am going to face the next year. I'll also be a part of this rat race and will be detained in one of the so-called prestigious coaching institutes to make my career. For the next 2 years, I'll be sleeping, eating and breathing my courses day and night so that I may succeed in life. God forbid, if I fail to do so, then I'll be hanged on the stake of shame all my life. Comparisons will be done and I'll be made to feel a lesser being. Today, I want to ask a question to my elders on behalf of every student of my age. That is life all about making a career? UPSC, IIT, MBBS, NIT, IM. This has now become the new ABC of our generation. Do you know? According to the NCRB, National Crime Report Bureau, more than 35 students commit suicide every day. And also, the hostel fans of Kota have now been caged. Do you know why? I don't think so. I need to tell you the reason for this, my dear friends. What more? Nowadays, while praying to God or seeking blessings from our elders, the word career has taken the front seat and the words like health and happiness have taken the back seat. Thanks to our parents and our society to make us believe that only a highly successful career can make us feel happy in our life. Students take career in such a pressurized way that they have forgotten the true essence of life. Is life all about making a career? Does it mean so much to the students? No, my dear friends. The true essence of life is in love and happiness amongst us. Always remember that life is a journey to be enjoyed, not a destination to be reached. No grades, no marks, and no report card can decide our destiny. Please don't stop us to chase our dreams and chase our goals. So at last, I would like to conclude my speech by saying few inspiring lines that take the step and go ahead. Life is yours and do what you want. Thank you.
I request all of you to give a big round of applause to all the participants who participated today. Now, I would like to request our Honorable Chairman Sir to address his thoughts and views on the topic and to motivate the participants.
Good afternoon, children. A long day? Yes. And we had thought that we'll finish off the entire program in about 3 hours, by about 12. But the overwhelming response from the children for participants, instead of 20 or 47. Plus, all the panelists that we had, we definitely wanted to listen to them. And I had prepared a big note. It should have taken about half an hour to read. But I've just been told by the director, ma'am, she said every child has got 3 minutes, you will get only 2.5. Right. So what I'm going to say is I've jotted down your points, what I heard from you all in the morning, the whole day. by and large, we all understand and realize what problems are there in the young generation today, particularly of the competitions, coaching, etc. I'll go point-wise. First is about life skill. There were a few points I deleted, so life skill now takes point number 1. What is observed that all the children, when they suddenly fly off from the nest of their houses, they are without certain basic skills. I saw an article yesterday, read somewhere, that during the COVID, some of the parents could not approach their children, so they had hired mothers. They were called college moms. They used to go to the hostel where the children were staying to do the cooking for them, clean their clothes, stitch their buttons, and everything that the mothers were doing. Because these were the young children, your age, and that is what happens. The basic life skills is what most of us have not learned, and you are stressful later on in life. Second, the point that I heard was, it is not career versus life. It is career and life. That was one of the students who had mentioned, and we need to have a balance in our life without doubts. Almost every speaker mentioned about it. Then comes the most essential part, how to handle stress. Earlier we used to talk positive stress, negative stress, and whatnot. Now these are the challenges and the basic skill that how to learn. Handling of the stress is you learn it in the school, when you are in the play fields, you are having your matches, various other competitions, you learn to live, learn to win, learn to lose, and you accept it. But there you are not accepting. At the coaching institutes I mean. In the churches, there is a confession box where if somebody has committed an offense, the person goes. Padri sits inside, the person is outside, and he confesses, look, this is what I've done. This mistake. And the Padri hears and accepts it, and you thereafter start on a clean slate. This is what most of the people have said, that once you say out your problem, share it with somebody, it works out. It gets divided in halves if you have shared it. In our school, student-teacher meeting, somebody said, let's have student-parent meeting. And this is something which is not happening enough. Many children can't speak to their parents, they are hesitant, or parents are overpowering. So you need to learn the art of communication and convincing ability to tell them as to what you want to do. Example I like to mention, there was a girl who was wanting to take science or maths in class 11. We did not give it because she had not done well. Her Dadadi came, who was a maths teacher. He said, ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? मेरी बेटी तो फेल हो नहीं सकती. आप इसको चांस दो, इसका टेस्ट दोबारा ले लो. I said, okay, there is no problem. We'll give her another chance. And Dadaji was very sure कि 15 दिन में मैं इसको पूरा सब करा दूँगा. And the girl come back to me from the side, sir, I can't do it. Tell my Dadaji, it is not possible for me to do it. So the question is, you need to explain to them as to what it is. There's a friend of mine in America. He had got the admission for his daughter here in South India in a medical college. First class, there was no dearth of money. He hired a house, refrigerator, TV, whatever he wanted. The girl was admitted. And after 1 year, she tells him, sorry, I can't do it. He said, no, man, come back. She went back. He told her to take another 1 year to decide as to what she wants to do. So in life, if you go at a particular place, without knowing what is there ahead, it is a little difficult. It is better to think earlier. The career counseling that we are talking about, what is happening, is like that. Then about the toppers. I was in the NDA, in the Service Selection Board, where we used to select officers for the army. Those days, we used to call only 100 candidates, the toppers. And out of that, many, the toppers would not make good leaders. I had given a suggestion there, which has not been implemented. Instead of 100,
We call 400 candidates. Do a screening on day 1, keep only 100, see them for next 5 days, and then select. And they are the ones in the middle run also. So many of us who think that only topic is the answer, no. All those, what Mr. Parikshit was mentioning, if you have taken part normal in life, you have had a balanced life, sports, activities, etc., is what makes you a better person. Somebody mentioned about the 3 idiots. That's a very good example, which almost I suggest every parent should see it. Then, interest in hobbies. Extremely essential. Hobbies, 1 indoor, 2 outdoors, or 2 indoors and 1 outdoor is a must, because these are stress busters. Anybody, because who are the people who have been committing suicide? Sorry, I shouldn't be asking that question. Those are the ones who couldn't handle stress, they were a little weak, and they had no outlet. One of the girls mentioned today in the morning, like a pressure cooker. In a pressure cooker, there's a valve. So the moment the pressure goes up, the valve goes bust. So in your cases, the stress that is there in your life, that needs to be let out. And hobbies, cultural activities, etc. are the ones which help you deal with it. Last point, which I tell almost everyone. To be strong, to have a strong will, for which I say, you will repeat with me, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकबीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से ये पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. So each one of you, if you have this mantra of faith and belief in yourself, the entire kainat and God Almighty will also come down to help you. Ma'am, 3 minutes over? Yes. Thank you. Okay. As it is in our HPSC meetings, we have been discussing this issue for a long time about non-attending, quota, education, etc. We're thankful to Suruchi Sahitya Kala Parivar, Dr. Dhaniram Agarwal ji Rangia Pandey. He said we like to do this type of an event. I said excellent. Immediately I sent him a letter which I sent to the Secretary Government of India. We shared it, and as you heard Dr. Nagpal, he also says that almost every school would do it. I'm sure this is essential, and more than the schools, it is you who all are the ambassadors of your school who would like to share this information with your friends, colleagues, and your parents, and try and understand as to what is the issue. Thank you. Yeah, and about the results, I'm very sure it would not be easy for the judges to find out who is first or second or third. So they must have had a tough time. So anyway, as far as we are concerned, each one who has come here from each school is a winner. And go happy.
Yes. Now the final, the last part of the activity and the most important, for which the whole of the audience has been waiting since morning. The Hindi result is as follows. Suruchi Sahitya Kala Parivar has been really, very generous. Thank you so much, Dr. Sir. आपने कहा कि फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड भी देंगे और हम 2 साथ में एप्रिसिएशन भी देंगे. Very nice. Thank you so much, Suruchi Parivar. So I would call out the names. Do we have all 5 already? First and 2. We'll call out 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that will be better and faster. Time management. First position goes to Ayushman Chaudhary. Well done, and then have Sanjana Chauhan from Newer International. And the next is Yoshita from MM Public School. And the two appreciation students are Aditi Singh and Devang Bhattnagar from Rich Valley. All five together. Please come. Or you are the hero, come to the center. Where are the children? Come
Come, bachcha. Stand there only, photographer. इनाम नीचे आ जाओ अपनी कोऑर्डिनेशन नीरू मैम आप भी नीचे आ जाओ हाँ बस
You can, the YouTube link is shared with your schools. Please tell your teachers it's on the HPSC group and they can show. And the next results is as follows. The English one. I'd like you to be faster. Navodita Sharma from DAV 14. Renita Samuel, Shadow Presidency 2nd. Renita. And third is Pram Sahib Singh Arneja from ONS. Please come up. And the two special awardees are Kanak from Mal Bharati Public School and Yashika from Gyandevi Sector 10. Please come, Yashika. And the judges have appreciated the non-contested, non-competing category. Who are those? Shufai Khan and Melange. Please come up. Yes, the order measure. They were not competitive. I wish you were allowed to compete. I'm sure you would have got some position. First prize. Yashika, remember Gyandevi Sector 10. And Kanak from Mal Bharati Public School. Kanak. No. This is wait. Mal Bharati School. Correct you, Kanak. Please for the time.
Okay.
Thank you very much, students. It's been a wonderful day. All the best. God bless you. Thank you. And now the formal work.
As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of Honorable Chairman Sir and Director Principal Ma'am. We extend deep gratitude to our honorable and distinguished guests, eminent speakers, and our stalwart panelists. Thank you for sharing your opinions and findings with us here this day. Your valuable insights will create an awareness and pave a path for a viable solution to the trending problem of non-attending students for coaching centers and emphasize on the fact that
A good career is a means, not the end. We extend our heartfelt appreciation and gratitude to D.R. Agarwal ji and Madan Sahni ji and to Suruchi Saditya Kala Parivar for organizing this pivotal event. We extend deep gratitude to all our distinguished guests and erudite judges for gracing the occasion, and feel a deep sense of appreciation for all the parents and well-wishers and dear accompanying teachers for taking time out for this significant event. We are truly humbled by the support and presence of each one of you today. A big thank you to all the students for being formidable thinkers and showcasing their impassioned ideas. Congratulations to the winners and participants for their active involvement today. A special mention to our respected Chairman Sir and Director Principal Ma'am for being our pillars of strength and catalysts who stimulate us to do our best always. Hats off to your commendable leadership. Our heartfelt gratitude for our Vice Principals, Dr. Dhiru Takran, Ms. Meena Singh, and Headmistress, Ms. Kalika Singh Yadav, for their unwavering support always. In the end, thanks a zillion times